Now we're live, friction.
We could be.
Oh man.
We are. We could be. We're live, everybody. Live on my channel. What is happening? What is going on? Who all's hanging out with us on this fine morning? Leo Lichbella. What's up, Leo? It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You've got Lich in your name. Lumi says liches like booties, so I hope you get all the booties. Happy birthday to you. What's up, Leo? Sir Mix-a-Lot. What's up, Mark Sr.? Echo Dub. Dylan McNeely. What's up, Dylan? Keith Abate. That's the first part. That's the first one. Tooney dropping all the great links for everybody to go check out. Diskin and Mixin. What's up, Diskin and Mixin? Kathy Noble's here. Rollinson Man. Gary Osito. Wendy Lou. How you doing, Wendy Lou? Jeannie Sims in the house. What's up, Jeannie? Keith Abate.
Cool.
How you doing, Keith?
Wendy Lou who?
Disco Mixon. That's Steve Mayer, right?
Yep. John Mayer's brother.
That's right. That's right. Hi, Swaggy Thane. Swaggy Shane in the house. We just had him on Tuesday. Just had him on the Tuesday show. Harmony. What's up, Harmony? Hi, Jay.
That was quite a treat.
It's always cool when I get to hang out with Swaggy Shane, the most interesting man in the world, the man that they made Trace Eckies for.
Yes.
The beer's so interesting that regular people cannot bear drinking it. So it's a special reserve just for Swaggy Shane. And possibly Jamie from Mythbusters. He's kind of an interesting fella too. Al Ben, what's up, Al? Ozzy Shano in the house.
Ozzy.
Buck and Shoot Ranch, what's up? Scott Dewerson. Jim Bubba. Amber K, what's up, Amber? Just
hey,
chilling,
Amber.
good to hear.
Rollinson boy.
You've been awake for over 24 hours?
Sounds like she's punch drunk now.
Kathy's mixed drunk now at this point.
Well, we know if she just starts chanting, chatting penis, then we know it's actually Lumi in disguise.
Yeah, we know it's Lumi in disguise, yeah. Wish I could have this on. Look at my e-liquid recipes. I want to try a snickerdoodle. That one's pretty easy. Liquid Barn snickerdoodle's actually pretty darn close. And then get a little bit of cinnamon sugar by Capella Silverline. Put it on top. Boom, you got yourself a snickerdoodle.
And not one that tastes like glue.
Yep.
No,
it's actually a pretty darn good one. Yep. Anyone know of a clone for Juicehead Pineapple Grapefruit? Not a clue.
Never even heard of them.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I just made a really good pineapple grapefruit recipe, but it's not a clone. But
Yeah, it'd be the profile. There you go.
great profile.
It is a great profile. Yeah, grapefruit makes a lot of fruits better. You know what works really well with grapefruits? Anise star. A little bit of anise star. Really fleshes out the grapefruit. It's pretty good stuff. Jersey
flavor
Joe.
and I don't have.
Yeah, just the FA anise, the flavor of anise.
I'm scared of anise. I don't even own it.
Yeah.
Is anise the one that's black licorice?
Yeah.
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 Oh, that Nana's cake, Millen. Yum.
Nana's
no,
cake.
no.
I actually like Nana's cake. I didn't get a whole lot of anise from it right away, and I think I got way more anise sensitive since then, because now I use it and I'm like, ooh, that's nice. Throw fruit on top of that.
Yeah, I didn't have FA anise, and I tried to pull the anise note out of it for a cannoli, and it just got too funky because I tried to run up too high to get the anise note, and now I just have FA anise, and it works a lot easier.
There you go. Dylan McNeely just gave you the recipe for the juice head.
Kevin K.
Cap juicy pineapple, cap grapefruit, 1.5% sweetener. I'm not sure if that's the actual recipe, but that's probably pretty close.
That does sound close.
Mm-hmm. Just play with the percentages with the pineapple and grapefruit, and probably get yourself there.
Hey, Frank, I gave in.
Oh, is that the weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's about to calibrate. I think he's about to
Oh,
calibrate.
jeez. Uh-oh.
I did that yesterday.
All right, well, I need to sell my...
Tony's
stock
breaking
and
his
pipe that
scale virginity here. Live on the air. What's up, Tommy?
Tommy V.
There's
He's been
Tommy.
mixing the hell out of some VSO lately.
Kevin
Tommy's
K.
pumping them recipes out.
Alola, Kevin K.
Aloha, Kevin.
Amber K. What's up, Amber? Cherokee. What's up, Cherokee?
Yeah.
There's
Cherokee
Vaping
in the
Bum
house.
J. I knew if Harmony was nearby, there would be Vaping Bum J. What's up, Jay? Oh, that's right.
There is. There it is.
Yeah, Scott, I would probably take him up higher than what the median is as well. Take him up high, man. Take him up high, and then rely on that sweetener to take the rough edges off of it. Because that's what they do. What's up, Fear? He's dabbing. Fear's dabbing his way into the room this morning.
So Stimson J Cat is Fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yep, I learned something today. Here we go. I got all my education in for today.
Is Fear the Fear?
Yes.
Yes.
Fear himself?
The old, yeah,
The
the
cigar
old school,
man
The old school and box modder. Yep, that's him.
Hi, Fear.
with the sexy voice.
He does have a sexy voice.
Yeah.
And he's a 49ers fan with us, Dimlin.
Oh, boo.
In New York City.
Go Niners.
In New York City of all places.
Well, they don't have any real football
Ooh.
in New York City anymore anyway, so might as well.
Jets could be interesting this year. I don't know.
It could be. The Giants are already looking like a dumpster fire. They had like no wide receivers. The only guy they thought was going to be good, they just put on IR.
It happens.
Are we even getting a season?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's going to be
Oh.
interesting because you have some states where the teams are going to be allowed to have fans, maybe not full house, but they're going to be allowed to have fans. And there's other ones like Philadelphia. They're like, nope.
Nope.
Cardboard cutouts again.
Yep. San
they're
San
already selling
Francisco
them.
same way. San Francisco
I
same no
brave to
fans
have a
for
cardboard cutout at the game of yourself.
at least game one. There's going to be no fans.
I cannot believe that
Forest.
they will pay somebody to set up fucking cardboard cutouts in every seat.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like,
crazy.
what do you do? Oh, I just set up cardboard cutouts. That's my job.
And they're going to allow some teams to pump artificial sound in their stadiums.
That's
Oh,
so weird.
Falcons have been doing that ever since they opened the Georgia Dome back in the 90s. Went to a game there, everything's all quiet, and all of a sudden you start hearing this crowd noise. And you're like, this is bullshit.
No, I hate when they play the crowd noise in baseball. It's just ridiculous.
I don't mind it. It's funny watching the hockey playoffs and you hear crowd noise. I'm like, yeah, there's nobody there. They score, and you start hearing, it's like, oh, yeah, there's nobody there.
There she is. Hi, Natalie. Natalie's in the house. Mikey Two Stacks. It's Mikey Two Stack. So I imagine him waving his wizard staff around right now, getting all hyped up. Tracy
Cherokee
Hughes.
out there chanting
Oh,
GT up,
yeah.
GT up, GT up.
Bill Jacomus, what's up, Bill? Yeah. So yeah, we're doing doing some DC mixes today in honor of the Vape Rally that is ongoing. Should be ongoing right now as we speak.
Yeah, it's going. I posted a link up to their page. They're running it live right now.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
How's it looking? Looking like good
I
turnout?
didn't see the crowd yet. It just has one camera focused on.
Very socially distanced. I'll just put it like that. I don't want to say it's a sparse crowd, but they're very socially distanced, unfortunately.
No, a
Yeah,
lot of people-
I'm hoping there's a decent turnout. That's kind of how it was last year. It's like people took their time getting there. So
Yeah,
it's the
this
same
is true.
thing.
I mean, I heard some of the announcements because like Rescue D Liquid had a stream going before the event, and you had James Jarvis up on the stage, telling people, we don't have a mask here. We have them up here at the stage. Come get them and everything. I mean, half people probably have them down around their chin anyway, so they can vape. So.
I know, that's what I was thinking. You can't vape with a mask on. You have to keep like sneaking it underneath.
Yeah, you could
Oh yeah.
you could slip it under.
You just need a gas mask that you can hook it up to and just.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
shit,
should just
there's
have a
there's
flap
the last
over,
piece of the puzzle slipping in.
Oh,
have a flap over like guys' underwears,
Just pull apart and be over.
Yeah.
I was
Remember
like,
when
yes,
the Millen was so innocent? Remember?
yeah. It's been totally corrupted by fresh03 and attitude.
I have a
Andy?
coworker that doesn't like wearing masks, so he cut up old Speedo that he fucking wears. It's ridiculous.
Oh no.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's
Especially
really-
an old Speedo. That means it's
Yeah.
now on his
Yeah,
nose and
I
it's
was
on
like,
his
don't
junk.
tell
It's
people
like, oh.
that you've used it before. 'cause-
I've seen people using socks where they just cut a slit on each side.
Really?
Look over
As
there.
long as it's
In
brand new,
public,
it's
you
not
Wow.
You seen it
Oh,
not
If it's
pictures
clean,
like real
I
people?
mean,
You seen it
Yeah.
real people, not just pictures?
yeah, real people.
Wow.
My coworker looks like he has
It's
underwear.
stock.
He's got
Is that
underwear
in
on.
Walmart?
It might have been, probably.
As of yesterday, I was at the one of our high-end manufacturers. I was at the port down in Georgia, and the company issued the face coverings. It's like one goes around your neck and you can just pull it up. And they're like, "Yeah, that one's not acceptable." I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "I can breathe through this." It's like, "Yeah, we don't expect you to breathe." They're like, "We have surgical masks that you can buy from us, or have a nice day." So I had another thicker face mask at 95-degree weather first thing in the morning. I was just like, "You people are assholes."
Amber
Yeah,
Kay has a good idea. Put a zipper on the front.
Yeah.
I don't know. Get a zipper stuck in your lip.
Yeah, if you got facial hair, get that thing
My
caught in your
beard.
facial hair.
My mother-in-law has been making them and selling face masks.
Yeah.
And just, I think last week, all the stores have started like requiring them. So it's been really good for her.
Mm-hmm.
She's been selling quite a bit lately.
I can't believe they're just now requiring them. I've been wearing a mask ever since
Well,
it began.
And-
They've required
and
them out
the
here
States
for-
a little different than Canada. Up here, at least in BC, like we hadn't had near as many cases.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
But
when
you
you
guys
nip it
closed
in
the
the
door on
bud.
us.
But our second wave is just now starting to come.
So where my cousin lives up in northern Alberta, it's like they'll get like one case you'll hear about like every couple of days, and that's about it. And there's like 40,000 people. She's up in Fort McMurray,
Oh, that's good.
which after the fires, I mean, the population there went down drastically. A lot of people left and didn't come back.
Well, and, yeah.
What's up, Zippy? Remember, everybody go check out
Hey.
DIYFlavorchaser.com. Squirt and go. Squirt and go.
Zippy, squirt and go.
We had fun last
Zippy Squirt and Go Mart. DIYFlavorchaser.com.
Flavor Shots live in England.
Yeah, Flavor Shots live at Chef's. Yeah, Squirrel Nut International. Yeah, we had Zippy on the show last night. If you guys didn't check out the show last night, it was just me, Toonie, and Zippy, and we just shot the shit. Learned about all sorts of neat things about the DIY Flavor Chaser Chefs. We doomed and gloomed it for a minute. I don't think I need to doom and gloom it anymore. Let's be hopeful.
Look how
and
nice.
They got a great rally going on.
Look how nice Slasher looks.
I know, right? Look at that button up shirt and stuff.
Handsome.
Looking sharp,
Handsome
buddy.
fella.
Looking sharp, Slashy.
No,
Sharp and handsome.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh
no,
yeah.
just got out of the shower.
Perfect.
Looking good.
Oh, even
Perfect.
sexy.
I'm wet, too.
He's
Yeah.
all oiled up and greasy.
I had to
It's like-
clean myself up for friction.
Yeah.
He looks like a blackjack dealer.
Plenty of casinos out there in Oklahoma, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, plenty.
it's okay. When
casinos.
I play blackjack with friction, I always bust.
Oh.
Where and go.
Kathy,
Squirt and go.
That's right. Zippy Squirt and Go. So we do have a special guest on the show today. Sam, how you doing, man?
Doing really good. How are you, Fresh?
Excellent. Excellent. We've been meaning to get you on the show for a bit, and I just kind of running my mouth this week, and Sam's like, sure, I'll come on. So, perfect.
Glad. Excited to be here.
Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah, everybody, we're doing some. I know Emily is a little bit compacted on time, so we'll get to the mix a little bit quicker than we do. Just remember, there is a vape rally going on. Log on, support them if you can. Go view their videos. View the videos of the people that are streaming. Hopefully we get a pretty good turnout out there today. Hopefully the lawn fills up a bit, just enough to let them
Yeah.
know.
If not, pass it around on your social media, your Twitter, your Instagram, and they're asking UVA is asking to call the White House next week. We vape, we vote.
I think Noted is already available at Chef's.
Oh, is it?
I think
Mhm.
that I think
Yeah,
you were
so-
I think you were part of the first crew that got over there. I
So
think.
Oh snap!
Why don't people tell me things?
They just figure you're a pretty face.
I think it just went live.
Yeah, it just went live yesterday, and I think Luke Loop already sold out all of his stuff. Luke Loop, you glorious
Nice.
bastard!
Did he buy it all?
Did Luke buy all of his own one shots? Oh no, they
No,
aren't.
no,
So
it's
it's not.
not
It's
available yet.
so it's not Noted. It's developed. Developed is over there then.
Oh, come on.
Boo.
We're better than those developed punks.
Yeah.
That's all right. I got some links for that stuff, that yummy, Noted, developed stuff, all of it.
So
Freaking
Rawlinson Man wanted me to do some sort of an Aquaman mix for DC. How does that fit into DC?
I was gonna say, I thought this was gonna be an episode about Batman.
Right?
DC.
DC. You could do a Batman mix if you wanted. I will not. I will not.
From the DC universe, so you know. a lot of fun
Oh,
stuff
you could do like a Solomon Grundy, and it's only good to vape on Tuesday.
I bet that's funny if I knew what you were talking about.
You could do all sorts.
All I know is Solomon Grundy is like a big character on the Lego games, and my kid likes the big characters.
What else could you? Oh, you could do Catman instead of Batman. You could do a
And
Catman
E-Rock.
mix. And it's just a bitter vigilante. He's not afraid to stab people. There's also.
Well, when I think of DC, I think of cherry blossoms. I'm gonna do something with cherry blossom, I think.
I like it
Ew.
too.
Yeah, I like where your head's at.
Ewy.
I like where Tooney's head's at too. Tooney's taking a far
I
finer.
cheated. And I looked up DC desserts. And there's this like really popular donut place called District Donuts. And their best donut there is a creme brulee donut. So I
Ooh,
think
yes.
DeMillan and I are going to work together, put our heads together, and come up with something nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I just looked up Washington D.C. Monuments. So we've got Tomb of Unknown Soldier. They've got the Titanic Memorial. I didn't know they had that.
Really?
Washington D.C. The Washington Monument. So you could do a phallic recipe if you were feeling it. Got the Lincoln Memorial. Jefferson. You could do something. You could do something about speaking about equality but never practicing it. You could do something like that. They got an FDR Memorial. They have the Smithsonian Museum, so you could do like a Julia Childs recipe if you wanted, because she's there. You can do a Star Trek recipe, because they have the entire bridge of the original Enterprise in the Smithsonian.
Take the cheese, Bob. Kind of wrap it around a little bit.
Do they let you walk around in it?
Yes.
Wow, that's on my bucket list, Smithsonian.
Oh,
Peace
Smithsonians
Monument.
are amazing.
Like they have a bridge of, I think it's a next generation bridge over at the Sci-Fi Museum in Seattle, which is part of the MoPop, the Museum of Popular Culture, and yeah, you can walk around in the set, and they have like all the little things cased off, but it's pretty sweet, and you realize how big that freaking room is that they're filming everything. It's a really big.
Wow.
There's a Joan of Arc Memorial.
Wasn't she crazy?
It's debatable.
She was ahead of her time.
Yeah.
There's a
There's
William
so much
Tecumseh
more there than-
Sherman Memorial, so you could do Georgia Burning, so you could do like scorched peaches.
So much more than there used to be there. It's amazing. Like World War II Memorial.
Yeah, they got a 2nd Infantry Division Memorial. I was in 2nd ID.
We went there for my
Where's my
high
second?
school's like senior trip, but you had to pay to go on this one, and it was for like a weekend. And the coolest thing about it was we could smoke in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So I smoked like a carton of cigarettes in 3 days. It was very
Awesome.
exciting.
2nd ID. 2nd Infantry Division.
You have one of those old man vet hats?
I do.
You see those all the time at the VA.
Yep, me too. All day, every day.
Yep.
Who's a good president that isn't alive still?
Good president that isn't alive still? Jimmy Carter?
Yeah, I don't
No,
want to be
Jimmy
poor.
Carter's still around, isn't he?
He's still around.
I like Theodore Roosevelt.
Why?
You like Theo? You like Theo?
His favorite dessert was a sort of sweet biscuit, so I'm gonna skip that one.
He was in Newsies.
I was looking up presidential favorite desserts.
I'm doing the
good
same
idea.
thing right now.
Great idea.
I'm looking at Abraham Lincoln themed, inspired desserts.
White cake and lemon custard pie is what I have for him.
Well, I mean, George Washington did chop down a cherry tree.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
this-
thinking.
There's a cornmeal almond cake with strawberries and mascarpone. Just trying to figure out how I could pull this one off.
Martha Washington's great cake, which included fruit, nuts, and alcohol.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
Damn.
I'll try that one. I'll do that. That sounds interesting.
Or if you just use the alcohol, you could go with a former first vice president's wife, Tipper Gore. Just go with the alcohol.
They don't call her Tipper
Just
for
got one
nothing.
more burp.
Just some Tennessee whiskey, and I think you're good.
Yep.
Larry knows what he's making.
Oh.
Larry already has 6 mixes done.
He does have 6 mixes done already.
Yeah.
Larry,
No.
you work today?
Yeah, I did.
You training them people to order the right stuff yet, or what?
I can do that until I'm blue in the face, and they're not going to do it.
Hey, Fresh, you're on the West Coast. What time does this show start for you?
10 a.m.
Man, that's early.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
thinking some apple, pear, cherry blossoms, maybe with a little bit of cream. I don't know.
I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make a mix and call it We Vape, We Vote. Like I did last year.
I jumped on here to see what this Aquaman thing was about. Let's see.
Great recipe.
Oh, he was making a DC Comics joke too. I'm so slow to catch on. My brain's not functioning yet.
To be good. I just got all my VSOs in, so I have a ton of fruits to play with.
Yeah, you do. Oh, those VSOs are so good.
We got. Kind of fruits.
All right,
I keep
places
forgetting
to
to
visit
grab
on the
the-
National Mall.
Fuck. That's why I keep forgetting.
Do the Constitution Garden so you can do a floral.
Ew. Floral.
Don't knock it till you tried it, Friction.
It's gross, Addy.
I just did cherry blossom tea not that long ago with that Wonder Flavor sweet tea. It worked out pretty good.
Yum.
What flavor do you guys think adds a nice, like, burnt sugar note? You know, like the top of a creme brulee? I'm thinking smoked butterscotch, but isn't there something else that kind of adds a really nice, like...
The burnt sugar isn't really, it's not super caramely when it's like that.
Like it's kind of like brown sugar, right? So maybe tea
It's like,
flavor.
Go through the
caramel?
flavor of caramel trick.
that's what I was,
Oh, yeah.
Do you have burnt sugar? Oh.
ooh. Ooh.
Good.
Ooh, I think I do. Let me check.
Damn, at the Millen with
I do. I do.
Hey. Might as well give that a shot.
being down the knowledge.
Dig that out of the depths.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's gonna work. I think.
I'm not gonna try peanut butter lavender.
Come on, you just gotta grow a pair, Friction.
I don't
You got
have-
this.
That's gross, dude.
I will mix it up and send you a 30 ml bottle of it.
I'll throw up.
No, you won't.
I guarantee you'll love it.
No, I will not. So
Oh,
gross.
You will.
Oh, gives me like the heebie-jeebies. Involuntary shudders.
And then you'll
Lavender.
try it and you will be converted.
Like that's the only smell my mother-in-law can tolerate is lavender.
Ugh.
It's so gross.
That's potpourri.
Yeah.
So what do we got so far, Emily? Got glazed donut.
So we got glazed donut by Wonder Flavors.
Yeah.
A little bit of I'm thinking 1.5% glazed donut.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Then like a touch of Wonder Flavors croissant, like either 0.75% or 1%.
What's that
1%.
do?
1%. All right. Anywhere creme brulee, like 2 or 2.5.
Okay.
2. 2. All right. And then a little bit of burnt sugar.
I haven't used it much, so I don't know what the percentage would be.
I tested it at 1.5%. So I'm thinking we could probably go with 1% in the recipe.
Okay.
You're really going to be pulling some from that creme brulee, too.
Yeah, but I just wanted more.
Yeah.
More.
Always more.
That's what she
Alright.
said. I just
Now-
wanted more.
I'm thinking.
Pervert.
I'm thinking.
What?
The glazed donut is really a lot of glaze and not as much dough, and we're gonna have a little bit of dough, like buttery yeastiness from the croissant. But do we want something that's like gonna be a plain just dough to add to the body of it?
Like fried dough by somebody? Isn't there fried dough out there?
There is. It's not very good.
Bread.
It's not very good. Okay.
Now, there's Flavora fried dough, which if you use it really, really low, is actually pretty good. I mean, it's okay. And then there's Wonder Flavors deep fried dough, but it's got like a cinnamon note that
We don't want.
I don't think we want a cinnamon note.
No.
River has a nice sweet fried dough, I think it's called.
Well, that doesn't help me now, Eddie.
Yeah, sweet fried dough.
How does this help me now, Toonie?
What
I
about
was
the new
thinking
Wonder
that-
Flavors dough breads?
I was going to say sweet bread works really good in a donut.
Bread, yes! Do the old Sam trick. Didn't you do that with something recently?
I've done it a couple times. Yeah, I did it in the Fruity Pebbles one.
You have the sweet bread, DeMellon?
Yes.
Sweet.
Here.
I did a blackberry ice cream donut. It worked really well in that, too.
Hey, are you using a scale right now?
What should we use it as?
I'm going to.
Oh my god.
I know
The
it.
world is ending, everybody.
Sam, what should we use it at?
Using
Like
a
1?
scale. Toonie's tired of cleaning.
I don't know.
Toonie's
What was the
tired of
question?
polluting.
What should we use sweet bread at?
Oh, I did it at 3, I think.
Holy
Oh, hot
shit.
damn.
Yeah, that's high.
Oh, maybe 2.
I wanted it bready. I wanted a real bready donut.
Okay, we'll go 2.
Yeah.
We'll be a little moderate.
Here.
I think that's good. Can you think of anything else we need to add?
No, looks like it's going to be tasty. I
Looks
think
good.
I might. Do you think we should bump up the glazed donut a little bit?
Sure.
Let's go 1.75.
Ooh.
Ooh,
No,
I'm so daring.
Living on the edge. Living on the edge. All right.
Okay, now I got to go find all these things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mix up a big bottle of this. I think it's gonna tasty.
Yeah, Kathy wants to know, what does sweet bread taste like?
Bread that is sweet. No, I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh no,
not
Elor
toast
messed
bread.
up on me.
It's not
Oh,
toast
you
bread,
clicked the
it's
wrong
not
thing.
Yeasty.
I lost everything. All right, let's see if I can remember it.
That's because if you click in a blank spot, then it'll click the use only the, what is it called? Use vape ready nicotine base. If that box is clicked, then it wipes out your whole recipe.
I didn't click that,
Oh,
but I
really?
hit save and it says the target strength field is required, the PGA field is required, the PG goal field, but they're all filled out.
Boo.
right.
Oh, that stinks.
I'm gonna have to redo this. So how much creme brulee by and where did we say?
You said 2.
2.
How's hazelnut by Flavora?
Very natural hazelnut.
Trying to think of what nuts to put in my mix.
Burnt sugar is 1, right?
Burnt sugar is 1.
You do flavor. You just do flavor art nut mix. Call it good enough. That's kind of
I don't think
walnutty.
I
It's kind of
flavor nut mix. Sadly, I need to get that one.
it's kind of
Sam, you
walnutty.
have,
It's 2.
Sam, you have rubber granola?
Oh, you like that one, Abby.
River granola?
I
Yeah.
just picked that up
I
too.
have Flavora granola. That's the one I got.
That's more raisin. That's more raisin than granola. Which
Beer nuts, but I don't think that's gonna fit.
No.
Kanako
I
soy.
think I'm just
Kanako
gonna do a
soy.
hazelnut and almond. Huh?
Kanako soy would be a good.
I have Kanako soy. You don't think it'd be a little too thin? It's kind of oily for me. Like,
I'm just thinking down to like a quarter for some texture
okay.
and kind of a hint of peanut.
I got flavor wet, so I'm doing pear, apple, cherry, all VSO 321.
Okay.
Then I got 1/4% of Flavora bourbon and 1% of Flavor West hazelnut right now.
I'm doing pear, apple, cherry too, Sam.
Nice. I googled orchard fruit and I was like pear, apple. I'm gonna do that. That sounds good. I was trying to think of what to put with my cherry and my apple. Almost did rhubarb, but got it. Sweet. Let's see here.
So
Hazelnut. I'll just do-
So I'm doing a Pennsylvania Avenue mix, which immediately led me to the Philadelphia butter cake.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
And then I googled,
Ooh.
yep, and then that immediately led me to crumble topping because those two flavors need to go together.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And that led me to googling what is the state fruit of Pennsylvania, which happens to be apples. So I'm
I
gonna
was
do
gonna ask you what it is because I have no clue.
it's apples. So I'm gonna do a baked apple Philadelphia butter cake.
Nice. Yum.
You know,
No
there's
idea.
one. I need one more flavor. Is it out? It might already be out here. Hold on a sec. I was just using it. Yep, there it is. Boom, cap cinnamon sugar. A little bit of cap cinnamon sugar on that. Yeah,
Silver line, baby.
that's right. All right, let's throw this thing together. All right.
I'm gonna do TPA toasted almond and hazelnut.
Ooh, yeah. TPA toasted almond is. I like Cap's toasted almond more, but TPA's toasted almond's not bad. Do you even have? Oh, you could throw just a touch of that new Wonder Flavors amaretto in there.
Oh, I haven't got that one yet because it wasn't in the pack when I got it.
Darn it!
Yeah, I know.
You're not the only
I've
person
got
I've heard that
hazelnut.
from. Fruit from Wonder Flavors. What's going on with the amaretto, man?
Yeah,
Maybe
it
I
was
should
in the
throw-
chef's pack, I think, but it wasn't in the Bull City one.
Maybe I should throw a little amaretto in just cause.
Is Wonder Flavors bread, butter, toast? Is that actually like pink? It looks
Yeah.
pink to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of pinkish, yeah.
It's
Doesn't
weird.
turn your whole bottle pink though.
No,
It
it's
was in
kind
my
of it's got kind of a pink tinge
shelf.
to it.
I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this?
I need a good cake to put all this shit onto now.
What sort of a cake you thinking? Like
That's what I'm trying to do.
dense, light.
Well, if Martha Washington was making it, it would be more of like a cornbread cake maybe, or like
You could do the Alfred pudding yellow cake.
yeah, this is like maybe like a cornbread yellow cake.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Yum.
like the Jungle Flavors yellow cake, the one-on-one cornbread, and what was it? What was the other one he put in? Is it pound cake? I think he threw like 1% of pound cake in. I think it was a 3-2-1.
Some butter, butter.
Yeah, it was a
Sweet bread.
3-2-1. It was 3% Jungle Flavors yellow cake, 2% cornbread, 1% of pound cake. I think that was what it was.
I'm looking at 9 ingredients.
Whoa,
That's verified.
that
Yes, it
is for
is.
sure.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a little verified. I think I'm getting mighty close if I'm not. Yeah, I'm sitting right at the edge of verified.
Yeah, I went there too. I'm at 9, I think 3, 6, 9. Yep.
You have 3
I still
fruits, foods, and nuts.
I still have no clue what I want to make. I'm just like picking up flavors and smelling them and then going, that smells good, but I don't know what I want to make, so I have no idea what to do.
Let
I don't know.
Google be your friend there, Friction.
All right, let's figure this out.
You were in Korea, right?
No,
No, you
I was
didn't go to
supposed to go to Korea, and then they changed it to Fort Polk last second.
You know, DeMillan,
Yes.
part of me wants to try a version with, instead of the sweetbread, the butter cake.
The butter cake.
Yeah, I don't know. You think that might be too dense?
Yeah, that wouldn't lead to a cronut.
The 21 most epic desserts in Washington, D.C. to eat before you die.
There you go. That looks like a
There you
list you need to look at.
That's the same site I got.
Yeah.
I found that link too. It's all the donuts.
Yeah.
We could add it though if you want.
No, it's okay.
Fresh, you gonna use some of
I'm
that
just being
country apple?
silly.
Of course, I'm using country apple attitude.
Yeah,
Why would I
baby.
not?
0.18 grams.
What
Have you
about
guys
one of
tried-
those?
Have you guys tried one-on-one's glazed donut?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Fresh has, yeah.
Yeah, it's on my list, guys.
Very nice. Very nice glazed donut. It's
Yeah,
not,
I'm gonna have to see
I-
where I can
Do
find
you like
it
it better
anywhere.
than Wonder Flavors?
it depends on what sort of a glazed donut you're looking for, because the Wonder Flavors has that yeast down. It's a yeasty glazed donut. The one-on-one has like a touch of yeast to it, but it's mostly just kind of that sweet bready. So it'd be kind of like a supermarket glazed donut rather than going to a specialty shop. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how's that work with your scale? It's always good to go over a little. Is that how it
Yeah.
works?
Yeah, I always go. Yeah, of course, Toonie.
Jungle
If you-
flavor yellow cake a lot weaker than Flavor West.
No, it's a one for one.
Because I only have Flavor West. I can do that 3%.
Yeah, yeah.
Always go with Flavor West.
Yeah, never use
No
it.
substitutes.
Food cancer.
I have mulberry.
No
That's
substitutes.
fine because I went the other way. I use Jungle Flavors because I don't normally use it, and I'm almost out of my Flavor West. I have to re-up it.
Yep.
You're actually gonna reorder it?
Yeah, why not?
He doesn't give a
I
what.
It's still the
I
best
have a
dangerous
huge
smoking.
bottle, and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna use it till it's gone. You know, like I'm not gonna stop using it. But I don't know if I would necessarily actively reorder.
Oh, yeah.
You only live once. What the hell?
It tastes too good not to actively reorder it.
Exactly. I'm all about that DAP life, yo.
Yep.
It's not the DAP I'm worried about.
It's a corn sugar.
Trust me,
A little bit of sugar's fine.
you inhaled worse stuff when you were smoking. So screw it.
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
You have all right. You got a point. You got a point. But come on, man.
Everything's good in moderation as long as it's not like cocaine or heroin.
Yeah.
All right, I'll remember that. Like Frank said.
Frank said.
Frank
Exactly.
said everything's good in moderation. All right, I'm excited for this, DeMillan.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do 3% Flavor West yellow cake, 2% cornbread, but then I'm looking at 1% Nona cake.
No.
If you-
No.
What fruits did you say you're putting in it?
Cherry, apple, pear, but then there's also bourbon.
Oh
And-
man.
That could actually go really nicely. You could switch out the pound cake for the Nana, use it at 1, and you'll
That's what I was
get
thinking,
a hint of anise, and that
Yes,
anise is
you
going to
want
work really
anise.
nicely with those fruits.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that hint of that slight hint down at 1% might actually be something that would work really good in this.
Yeah, I like where your
We'll
mind's at,
see
man.
how that works. Because I don't get a whole. I'm not a big I'm not super sensitive to it, so not yet, anyways.
We'll see if this mix does the trick.
Yeah. So I got apple VSO at 2, bourbon Flavora at 1/4, cherry VSO at 1, hazelnut Flavor West at 1, pear VSO at 3, toasted almond TPA at 1, cornbread 2, yellow cake 3, Nona cake 1. That's a lot.
Is Wonder Flavor's fluffy white cake good? It smells really good.
Yeah, it is.
It is a very good flavor.
I never used it before, so I think I want to use that.
Get on it. Do it.
There's a lot of flavors I've never used. Like all of them, pretty much.
good thing you're good at your job, James.
I just buy them to have them. I like to have them.
All right.
To hoard them, you don't use
Yeah.
them.
No, I just have them on the shelf.
He's
over
just
there.
buying them so other people can't have them.
Yeah. Keep them out of Emily's hands.
This is decorate his walls.
So who has the good sales this weekend?
Everybody.
One.
Yeah.
There's a ton of
Swaggy
there's a-
Shane, 33% off.
Yep.
What's that, Frank? Where?
Swaggy Shane,
Swaggy Shane.
DSO.
Yeah.
Right.
33% off, no code needed. Bull City is 15%. I think code's like
15.
grilling and chilling or something.
Yep. Grilling and chilling. I saw her that.
Flavor
River
Jungle.
Psycho's 25%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but not on flavor, so it's on nicotine and other
Everybody
bases and
needs
stuff like that,
nicotine.
additives.
And bottles.
and
Yeah.
bottles and
Yeah, supplies,
labware.
labware, yeah.
So everybody in the States, you guys all stocking up on your nicotine?
I already did.
I got half a liter, I'm good.
But
I have almost a full liter. I was about to try and grab a gallon, but I had a bunch of other groceries and shit to get.
Dude, I have like 6 liters.
I'm stocking up on ammo right now, not nicotine, so.
Ammo. So
Mhm.
once again, everybody, I've been able on consecutive days to go out and find 9mm ammo and 380 ammo. So ammo's coming back around. Don't go
Is ammo
crazy.
scarce?
I
Don't-
only bought 2 boxes on Monday for my new 9mm I got for my birthday.
Ooh,
How many
which
people
9mm
do you
did you
need to
get?
kill?
It was actually a hand-me-down. It's not even brand new. It's just a Taurus PT-111 G2.
Oh, that is a
Millennium.
nice. That is kind of a nice one.
Yeah.
Especially the G2s.
It's only been, I think, only like maybe. My daughter said it was either 1 round or 1 magazine was ever put through. I'm assuming 1 magazine.
Only drove on Sunday?
What's that?
Only driven on Sunday?
Exactly. I mean, only the church and maybe the supermarket.
All right, I think I've got.
Actually, I took it apart, and it doesn't even look like any rounds were put through it. I just oiled it up a little bit. It had been sitting. I mean, it was her carry weapon for a while, but she never really. I mean, it kept in her purse. Never really did anything with it. And her husband bought her a 380. So no, he actually bought her. He bought her someone that takes 300 blackout.
I simply could not imagine
Damn.
carrying a gun.
Me
That
either.
would make
It's so
me nervous
wild.
as hell.
Me too.
Oh my god.
That's crazy shit. I mean, I go into the supermarket and I'm going to put a gun in a purse.
Yeah, that's sketchy as fuck to me.
That's what people
to
do.
me. Yeah.
You got a right to protect yourself.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I go to supermarket. I see people, holstered up all the time.
Yep.
Think nothing of it.
Do you
If I
really?
saw- if I
Now
saw a
just
whole-
look like, oh, what do you got? What do you got? Cool.
If I saw someone with a holster, I'd be heading out the door. I would not.
Well,
be
that's what
sticking
concealed
around.
carry's about, Dimlin. The majority of people that have them, you don't
You
know
don't
that
even
they
know it.
got them.
You don't know until shit goes down.
I've got a shoulder holster that I wear, and like during the winter, I've got a hoodie on over it at all times anyway, so no one even sees it.
How do you get at your gun then?
It's right here, so like it's just like the
Oh,
mafia.
do you go in through here?
The hoodie's like kind of unzip some, so you just
Okay.
reach right
Oh,
here,
zip up
pull it
hoodie,
out.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a zip. I don't wear any pullovers. I hate those.
Yeah.
And holster technology has gone leaps and bounds where you can get a comfortable holster where you can get to your weapon and it doesn't. And you can have it in your car and your seatbelt and everything else. It's not rubbing on anything. I mean, it's really
Mhm.
nice way to have them now.
I've
Oh,
got a
there's-
car
there's a-
holster that holds it right between my legs on the car seat on the ground.
I've seen them. They're fucking cool.
What do
I
you
saw
do
one
when
that
you get?
it would be perfect in the Peterbilt, but I'd lose my job.
What
So-
do you do
Yeah.
when you get pulled over? Yeah.
What happens if you hit a
They ask you when you get pulled over. You notice they ask you, "Do you have any weapons in the car?"
So then you just say yeah, and then they
Yeah.
freak out.
So
what if
I've
you hit
actually
a bump
been,
and it blows your balls off?
They're drop safe.
yeah. I've been pulled over. I've been pulled over while carrying in the car, and so
Oh, that would make me nervous.
what we're supposed to do is when you're pulled over, especially while you're actually carrying,
Mhm.
you keep your hands on the steering wheel until the officer comes up. You roll the window down first,
Yeah.
and then you keep your hands on the steering wheel until the officer comes up. And then when they approach, they'll ask you, some questions, and you tell them, I've got a loaded firearm in the vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket, grab my wallet. I'm gonna pull out my license and my CCW. Is that okay? They say yes, and then for the officer's safety, most of the time, what they'll do, they'll ask you to step out of the car and come join them in theirs. That way you're separated from your weapon just for safety.
Mhm.
And then they'll sit down, they'll do their thing, then you go back to your car, you're good to go.
Yep.
I've actually gotten out of the ticket I was going to get that day because he was like, yeah, you did what you're supposed to, and I respect that. So just slow
That's
it down.
cool. Yeah, I got pulled over like the same way, and as I said, I have a concealed carry weapon permit. I gave him my number, and he didn't want to even deal with it. He just let me go. Okay, have a nice day. I don't want to deal with you. Go ahead.
Get out of here,
Now-
good sir.
But I mean, they know that you're going to be the first one that's going to help them. I mean, millions of crimes have been thwarted from people.
Yeah.
Concealed carry weapons.
I don't know, do you guys-
Flavor's glazed donut good?
Yes.
You guys are
Yeah.
using it, aren't you?
We're using
Yeah.
it. It's
Okay.
good. It's more glazy than donut, but it does
Okay.
have a nice yeast note
I
to
think
it.
I might just want to make like a donut with some fruit.
I mean, there's a town in Florida where you're required to have a gun, and crime went down to like 0.1%.
Really?
Well,
Violent crime's like almost non-existent now in that town.
The sheriff in Polk County pretty much said, I don't have the manpower to deal with everything, so you're legally allowed to carry. Have at it.
That's great.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
not
crime-
deputizing people because we see what happens when you deputize people. Stupid,
Yeah,
but-
crime instantly drops when you know everybody has a gun.
Oh yeah, so was it Vermont? You don't need a permit to carry or conceal carry. One of them, and
Montana's
Outside-
like that.
yeah, outside of where the heroin's real heavy and all that, but the rest of the state, there's nothing. You ain't got to worry about anything.
What if I buy a pistol at the store, and then
You're in
You just keep
Pennsylvania. It's
it-
not that easy. Well, actually,
you
most
just
of
keep it in a case until you get a concealed carry license or something like that?
You can wear it outside your pants if you want.
Yeah.
You have to-
Pennsylvania.
you wear
I
it
think
where
you
it's
need to
visible.
Okay. So if you wanted to like hide and wear it, that's when you need that license thing?
Yes.
See, in New York, you can't open carry, so it has to be concealed.
Oh, okay.
So you have
So
to
many
consult,
rules.
consult
I
your
thought
state.
I thought in New York they'd actually ban the sale of handguns.
In the city.
In the city, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Chicago 5-county area
Yeah.
is the same way.
Guns are
You have
so
to be
expensive. That's why I don't have one.
The only good
They're
thing
they're
about
nowhere near as
are
expensive as you think. I mean,
hunting
Yeah.
rifles.
you could buy a shotgun for $100 at Walmart in some states.
Oh, okay.
Great home defense weapon.
Are you
If it-
allowed to carry an assault rifle around?
If you were going out deer hunting.
I see people do it. Like at those protests, the guys had AR-15s on.
Yeah, some
I was
states-
gonna say
Assault rifle.
it gets. I won't go too deep into it, but I guess it also comes out to what you're defining as an assault rifle.
Yeah. Well, I would say AR-15.
Well, those scary looking black things that have a long
The
Yeah,
back one.
AR-10s,
long
AR-15s.
barrel.
Well, I mean, there's nothing scary about them. It's the person behind the trigger, Millen.
Exactly. I've never heard of a gun that shot somebody.
I shot
Yeah.
a Tommy gun before. It was pretty cool.
Those are interesting.
They're
It had
fun
like the
looking.
big drum on it.
Yep.
It was sweet.
Because
I would love to try one of those.
Yeah.
we went out to the country and we had a buddy who has some fairly exotic weapons,
Mhm.
and he actually paid the money to go through, because he was also a former law enforcement,
Mhm.
and they have different certifications and stuff that they can carry different types of weapons. But we went out and we've actually been able to shoot like fully automatic weapons, which you have to jump through way too many hoops for a general consumer to really even get.
Yeah, the class 1 licenses.
Yep.
I'm
But
telling you, Dim,
those
you
are
want to get your dick
insane.
hard, you shoot yourself a 50 cal machine gun on
Oh,
top
God.
of an MB. That'll get your dick
man.
hard.
Get a
Wow.
Just shooting a Desert Eagle was
Yeah.
like enough to be like, all right, it's time for me to go find myself like a Barrett.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved here, and I was still getting used to the whole gun culture.
Mhm.
And the local Walmart, 2:00 in the morning, someone walked in with a Desert Eagle and started shooting the place up.
Oh
Whoa.
man,
Oh, okay.
that's not good.
No. I'm like, that doesn't make things look good around here. Obviously, he was mentally ill.
Melon, what do you?
Oh, why did I sniff that? Oh,
I don't know.
I was having such a good time.
I think.
I ask myself that a lot around the house, and then I realize I have 6 animals. You should never sniff anything.
You
think
sniff the dairy milk? What'd you sniff, Fresh?
Buttermilk.
Oh, buttermilk.
Oh yeah, it doesn't smell good, but it tastes good.
I sniffed that
tastes
corn
really good.
powder. That corn powder took me right back to FA corn, just by
It's not
sniffing it.
as it's not the same as FA. Like it's not as buttery. Or
You know, well, FA corn is a grower, not a shower, too. I mean, that stuff's scary.
All
You
right.
gotta use it way, way, way low, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's kitchen line. Yeah.
0.04 or use a dilution.
I would recommend using the dilution unless you're Shindo. He'll use it like 7% and say fuck your feelings.
Cream corn custard, baby.
Yeah.
I made that.
So-
I made that butterscotch cream corn that tasted, butterscotch corn recipe one weekend with him because he was telling me how good that flavor was, and man, did that turned into cream corn.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Dylan?
Oh, White in chat said, I'm one of those people that thinks AR-15 stands for assault rifle. Doesn't AR stand for assault
what
rifle?
does it?
Armalite rifle.
Manufacturer.
It's a company.
Oh, I always thought it was assault rifle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Did that on purpose.
I didn't know that.
All right, so
Yeah.
the Millen.
Yes.
Well, AR-15s are really cool because you can just kind of build what you want.
Mhm.
There's
Emma
so many
wants
there's
to
so
talk.
many parts for them.
You let
That's-
Emily talk.
No, it's
Okay.
okay. I'm just gonna change the subject. So if you guys are
Yeah,
talk
go ahead.
guns, go ahead and talk guns. I'm
Right.
not making-
I was about to change his as well over to the mix. So
All right, the Millen.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say about this mix is I like the flavor, but it needs to be sweeter. So what do you think of adding, like Addie said, or whoever said, I forget, Flavora, maybe it was Fresh, Flavora caramel for some brown sugar.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, because it's like the flavor, like the top end flavor is really good. It's got plenty of yeastiness and donuttiness, and it's got that creme brulee-ness. It's just, I think it needs to be sweeter, right?
Creme brulee-ness. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would add something really good on it.
This smells good to me. Do you think it sounds good to make a kiwi donut?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say try it. I've actually never tried it, but go for it.
If
Do
you
it.
made like
Do
maybe a
it.
donut with kiwi frosting,
Or would you
and
try
have
like,
separation somehow? That might
Yeah.
be okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I
And
just
actually,
put kiwi in with the donut.
You can't just put kiwi in with the donut.
Why
You
not?
could do the Addie fruit
Whatever you
combo,
want.
kiwi, strawberry, blueberry.
You can't tell me what I can and can't do, Emily.
It's DIY. Okay, that tastes amazing off my hand. Whoa.
How about glazed Wonder Flavors glazed donut at 2.25 and Wonder Flavors fluffy white cake at 1? Does that sound good?
I would do the opposite.
The opposite?
Yeah, I think you're going to need more of that white cake.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it up at like 3% when it's in a mix. So you really fucking, because it's a lighter flavor. Same with angel cake.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
He's
gonna
just
take away
He's
my
just trying to fill in
kiwi.
some gaps, though. So
True.
Yeah.
might work. So what kiwi are you gonna use, Friction?
I was gonna use VSO kiwi. It just smells so good.
So that'll taste like a slice of kiwi on top of a donut. Do you have the Flavor West kiwi?
Yeah. Well, I have kiwi double, I think, Flavor West.
Oh,
That's
that's TFA.
That's
kiwi.
TFA.
That's
Oh, is
that's
it?
actually a pretty good one. You could
Yeah.
that is kind of candy-ish.
What about flavor art? Is that more natural too?
That one, yeah, you can taste the fuzz on the kiwi on that one.
I don't even know if I like kiwis in real life, but I like them in vape. A lot.
Kiwi's a great little fruit. It's got kind of a strawberry vibe going on, but it's own.
It's like
but
a
it's its
candy
own thing.
to me. It's
A little
like
bit
a candy.
sweet, a little bit tartar than a strawberry. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good flavor.
Where's my kiwi?
great with mandarin oranges.
Mhm.
Oh, when I was a
By
kid, I
themselves.
hated mandarin oranges.
What? How did
Because
you
that's
hate
all you
mandarin
get.
oranges? They were like,
I don't.
You get the
They
mushy
scared me.
fucking plastic container mandarin oranges.
They freaked me out. I didn't like them.
ah,
Where did I put my kiwi?
Frank, where did he put his kiwi at?
There's I got
He
found it.
flavor art
It's in his
kiwi.
tray.
See where else?
How much caramel we putting in there?
Are they-
Oh, I sent you a DM. I was thinking, like maybe just 1%.
Okay.
Like that's pretty high, but I think
It needs it.
it'll work good in here. And then if we need to, we can maybe add some super sweet. But let's try it with just the caramel first.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid sweetener like the plague.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Where's my flavor list?
So my mix turned out pretty nice. I did TFA Cherry Blossom at 1.8, some Country Apple at 0.7, Vanilla Swirl at 0.7, Shape Up Pear at 0.4, and VSO Cherry at 0.5. And it's a nice cherry apple. You get that, and there's not much floral in it at all. And a pear on the end, and just a little bit of that swirl custard creamy note. Kind of nice.
How's TPA Cherry Blossom compared to Liquid Barns?
I never tried the Liquid Burn.
Okay. That's the one I have. So sounds good.
Yeah, it's tasty.
It does sound good.
What are some good like glaze frosting notes flavors?
What kind of frosting do you want?
Like on like a icing.
Like buttercream frosting?
Oh, I mean that makes
Well, what's
sense.
what's that tricky one that Fresh uses?
Larry's trick, Lumi's trick. Somebody's
Yes, yes.
What?
trick. The cream, was it the VTA? Was that
No,
the
it's
VTA?
OOO
No, it was,
cheesecake or something.
no.
The
Well,
vanilla custard?
Vanilla
cream
custard
filling? Was it
cheesecake is
cream
like
filling,
mac and
Larry?
cheese
What was it?
icing.
I think so, yeah.
Vanilla
Sounds
custard.
about right.
Is that it, Larry?
Oh,
Cream
custard
filling.
cheesecake.
Wonder Flavors cream filling at a half.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of the old one that I've done, just like 1% meringue, and then like 0.5% of like Tyrone, I think it was, with some sweetener.
You're
Yeah.
the only one
That still
get
uses it?
away with using freaking Tyrone and Joy in their mix.
Ew.
Hey,
I still get a lot
to
of
be
use out of Tyrone.
to be fair, that weird icing mix thing did come from Wayne.
Wait,
Did it?
time
And
out.
it happened to fit.
The
and
cream
I've still
filling
used
Wonder
it.
Flavors. Is that the one you guys are talking about?
Yes.
Okay, just to make sure. I'm sorry I interrupted Slash though. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
No, you're
come
fine.
on.
I'm a terrible
Should
person.
be sorry.
I'm terrible.
The VTA sweet cream would probably work too. I think it's sweet cream, right? VTA sweet cream.
Yes, that's just like the inside of a freaking Twinkie.
Ooh.
It's such a good flavor.
I feel like my mix is all over the
I
place.
kind of like the scale setup. Fresh. Fresh is muted. I
I
kind of
found
like
the
the scale
buttercream
thing.
frosting.
You have to type up your recipe to know the grams, and now you're all done.
Yeah,
It's like bada boom,
Easy.
bada bing.
super easy. No cleanup too. You just put your shit away. I'm gonna add that.
No waste to throwing all those pipettes away.
Right. Yeah, I only used 2 pipettes instead of,
Did you
using 4 or 5.
did you guys I don't know if you guys watched Develop, but I think it was Max that said it was funny. He said he thinks Wonder Flavor started out as a electric
Yeah.
tape and pipette company.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're like, oh, how are we gonna sell this stuff? I have an idea.
Flavorings.
It's so funny.
Purple electric tape too.
I
not
probably
just-
hashtagged like pipettes are life or something, right?
All right, let's mix this up. I feel like my mix is all over the place. I just want it to taste good. And I think it might.
What'd you do?
1.5% Wonder Flavors buttercream frosting, 3% Wonder Flavors fluffy white cake, 1% Wonder Flavors glazed donut, and 3.75 Flavor West kiwi.
Oh, that kiwi though.
That kiwi really stands out.
That kiwi though. Yeah, that's a lot of kiwi.
It is a TPA. It is TPA kiwi.
No, it's Flavor West.
Are you using Flavor West kiwi?
You
What'd
told me
use
to
it at?
use Flavor West.
Yeah,
What'd
no,
you use it
Flavor
at?
West Kiwi's the right choice.
I did 3.75 because the
No, you're fine.
recommended was 4.
You're fine. You know why it's 4? Because I put it at 4 and everything.
Yeah.
It's a
How about you,
no-brainer.
Larry? What you got down there?
I did VSO bitters at 1, Flavora bourbon at a half, train bourbon at 1.25, Flavora caramel at a core at 0.225.
Okay.
VSO cherry at 1 and Kentucky bourbon at 1. I did an old fashioned for Harry Truman.
There you go.
Harry Truman.
Yay!
What's up,
Nice.
Danny? Yay!
And
Quit. Quit's here too. Oh, you got a Kimber Sapphire. Those are pretty guns.
Yeah, I put a link in the chat. This crazy one that Palmetto is putting together. It's an AKB9. It's
Yeah.
basically 9mm AK.
Is
The
Kimber
folding
the
stock and everything
brand?
on it. Yes.
Okay.
Swaggy Shane sent me a video last night, and it's we're back on guns, Emily.
She's not paying attention.
It's so they don't actually sell a 50 cal Glock, but there's a conversion kit for it, for a
Okay.
Glock 21 or a Glock 22, and so that's the 45 version of the Glock. So you can convert your 45 Glock into a 50 cal if you want.
That's like really big, right? Because I had a
Yeah.
50 cal sniper rifle, and that was a badass fucking gun.
Look who's
Wouldn't
here, everybody!
the kick be like tremendous on something like that?
Oh
On a
yeah.
pistol, I would imagine.
No, you can see he's the dude who's shooting. He's a big bulky dude, and he's sitting there. He's got it braced in every shot.
Yeah, he's kicking him back.
Wow.
He's kicking him back.
I'll be building one in the next couple of years. I went out with went to a buddy's bachelor party, and his brother-in-law owns some land out on the lake, just out in the middle of nowhere. And they built this it was almost like they had a big storage shed out there that they completely repurposed. And then they built on the side of it, like connecting to it, a kitchen and all that. So it's this really awesome getaway. And we went out there for the bachelor party for a few days and did like airsoft and shooting off rounds into steel targets and did all that fun stuff.
Cool.
Airsoft is like those little pellet guns that you can shoot people with.
Yep.
Little soft plastic BBs, not
Okay.
pellets.
Yeah,
lead.
they still can still hurt,
Yeah.
especially if you get hit like in open skin. They'll still.
Put your eye out.
You,
Oh,
you
yeah,
should
definitely do
always
That's
wear a
enough,
mask.
There we
They're not
go.
hurting
will,
bad paintballs, but
Yeah, you should always wear a mask. Period. But like with airsoft, yeah, you don't want to get hit in the eye or
Nah,
in the
you go shoot
face
your
with
eye
it.
out, kid.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we should be wearing masks now, along with goggles along with our masks too, because all of the bad things are getting in our eyeballs.
Sure.
I wear contacts.
Tack on-
That's enough
Tack
protection,
on more
right?
shit I gotta wear, Dimwin, please.
I know. You should see how we're
Fuck.
gonna have to dress up just to go grocery shopping.
You know what, Friction? You don't wear anything off camera anyway. What's like goggles and a mask? I could just that's kind of hot. Imagining Friction walking around with just goggles and a mask on.
It's a good way to social distance. Nobody will come near you.
Oh.
got long socks and slippers on too. That's it.
Long sleeve.
Argyle sock.
How do you guys know what I'm wearing?
We see you at all times.
You're on camera.
Oh yeah.
You ever
Oh
seen
yeah.
Friction? You ever seen the Truman Show?
Yes, I love that movie.
There you go. That's how we know.
That's a
Just
great
broke the
movie.
rule and let you know you're on TV all the time.
I love that show.
That's a great movie.
Mine
So-
turned out pretty good.
What do you think,
sorry.
Emily?
I think, I think for me personally, it's not as sweet as I want, but like sweeteners kind of to taste, like salt. So I might add some super sweet. However, that caramel, it filled in the hole
It
that
really did.
that I was, you know, was getting from it, right?
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden it's like, poof, it's a good vape.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is a complete mix.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
Yeah, it really did a good job. Like I said, I'm gonna, excuse me, I'm gonna add sweetener just because I like my stuff sweet, but you don't need to.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think there's plenty of
completely
sweet in it.
fine how it is. Excuse me. Yeah, it's really good. It's got all the notes that you would want from a creme brulee donut, I think.
I think I really like it. Yeah, I try and avoid sweetener because anytime I put sweetener or have mixes with sweetener in it, after about 4 or 5 days, that's all I taste is a sweetener in it.
Oh yeah.
It gets gross to me too.
So,
And isn't that all we should taste while we're vaping is sweetener?
You might be doing something wrong, Slasher.
Dang it.
It reminds me of ketchup on food. It's like, why do people put ketchup on food? Because all you're going to taste is ketchup.
Yeah, like my kids, they put it on fucking everything.
Oh my god.
People with no fucking taste buds.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, come on.
Ketchup,
it's like
and-
pouring
that's why you
sugar
buy
on it.
industrial-sized ketchup and ranch dressing for kids.
Ketchup
Oh.
is pure
I love
sugar.
ranch. I'll dip everything in ranch. I'll tell you.
Ranch is like it. I've done ranch with spaghetti.
that.
Oh,
Now, ranch
gross.
pizza is good.
Ranch and
So-
pizza.
Oh, ranch
Yeah.
and pizza.
Ranch
Yeah,
and,
there
ranch
we
and
go.
chicken. Oh,
So ranch and spaghetti. If you pour some in the spaghetti, it thickens like some. It can do like a cream type effect.
That is gross,
with
though.
spaghetti.
It's gross.
So it's like a cream tomato sauce.
the only thing out of place
Wow.
though would be the dill. So everything else would belong into a tomato sauce.
True.
Yeah.
Got the onion and the garlic and the, you know,
Yep.
It just
And the
makes it a little
parsley and the-
creamier.
a little dill. Yeah.
little extra dill. Yeah. And cream.
I love dill.
That doesn't sound that bad.
And so
Yeah, I'm
last
I'm
weekend,
actually,
the
I
wife-
kind of get where you're going with it, Slashy.
the wife made homemade spaghetti sauce last week for the first time in probably 20 years. And it actually turned out pretty good. I was glad. I was thankful she actually remembered and threw a bunch of seafood in with the spaghetti and everything. Had like, you know,
Ooh.
crab meat and shrimp and scallops and
Ayla makes really good homemade
That sounds more like a cioppino.
spaghetti sauce.
Ooh, that does sound pretty swaggy, Shane. I'm not getting back on that subject again, though. Emily will hurt us.
No, it's a good show. You can talk about whatever. you want.
This mix turned out really good, Emily.
Yeah? You guys
I'm
like
very
it?
happy to say
Yeah.
Good.
That caramel really plays a trick on the whole
It did. It
the
just
whole thing.
it just completed the mix so nicely. Filled in that hole.
Yeah, I'm really liking how mine turned out too. That cake base, really good. The fruits are kind of. I'm not sure. I'm getting them a little bit. I'm not sure if I could bump them up a little bit, but the Flavora bourbon and the what else did I put in there? That Nona cake, I think, and some of that toastedness from the almond are like baking the fruits, which is
So I hear you still went with the Nona cake.
I did. I like it though. It plays in that 1% with everything else.
Isn't Nona cake the one that's like lemony or something? Or is it anise?
It's got
Lemon-
it's
lemon and
anisey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, I mean, if you can hide the anise for people that don't care for it, then I think Nona cake is a pretty good, fairly dense flavor.
Mhm.
But to me, you really have to hide that anise because I can taste it.
Flat out
Yeah.
immediately.
Remember
Okay,
when
I'm
it
not
first
gonna-
came out? It was the answer to all cakes. Oh, we're getting a cake from Flavor Art. Woo! And then everyone
That
tried it
lasted
like,
0.2 seconds.
yeah.
I remember when everyone told me Joy was like the greatest thing ever.
Who told you that? They were
Yeah.
I would say,
There
I
was-
want to know who told you that.
There was so much Joy hype. I saw it.
Yeah,
everywhere.
there was joy
Those
hype.
liars.
There was Joy hype.
That
So I
stuff
bought
is-
a 30.
That stuff is so bad.
You bought a
I-
30?
Like overall.
Yeah, I never used it.
Yeah, Gates has bought so many big bottles of
Yes.
stupid shit.
Like bacon.
Anise is black licorice flavor.
When
Yeah.
I first
Happy
started
noodles.
out, I went to Flavor West directly, and I bought almost all their flavorings that like looked good based on like the picture or what it said, because I didn't know any better, and I bought them in 4 ounces for the savings.
Yeah,
So I
try
have
to tell
so
everybody
much
I can
flavor
that
west.
listen, that I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, don't buy flavors because they sound good. Just
Yeah.
Go buy recipes that are highly rated that sound
It's so
good.
hard.
You go buy that.
And only buy 10 mils.
And
Yeah.
only,
When you're out of that-
only buy 10 mils.
If you go through a 10 mil super quick, then you can buy
Then get a
30.
30. Yeah.
Then you can go through that super quick. Then you can buy a 4
I have very few 30s. I always stay in the little sampler.
That was my mistake.
section.
I just bought 30s instead of 10s, and now I have
Yeah.
30s that I've never touched. And
Yep.
that's now I know. Always get 10s unless it's
Unless it's a flavor. Unless it's a flavor that's really, well used, then I'll go 30 right away because I know
Yeah.
can't go wrong. Well, like the new TFA vanilla custard too. I went with 60s right away.
I
Just
grabbed a
because
30
they
and
were-
I'm almost half out of it already. Yeah.
I went through a 60 pretty quick, and I bought another 60, just because Bull City at the time really wasn't. They were out of stock on the 120s, so I just bought 60 and said, "Oh, I'll just get more later. Just keep it in my wish list and
Yeah.
keep stocking up on it."
I just grabbed a 4 ounce of liquid barn ice cream, but
I mean, you could go and get like a 4 ounce of like rich cinnamon and just be set for life.
Oh god.
I think if
I think a 15 mil is a set for
Yeah.
life.
15
Yeah, you're
mils set
set
for
for
I
life.
can use it.
Yeah.
I think
Everyone's
most of my 4 ounces are Capella, because those are the
Yeah.
ones that you use higher percentages on.
And
and shit.
TFA.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I've got a few TFA
Yeah.
4 ounce.
I had to get
Yeah, like
liquid
liquid barn ice cream. You mentioned that one. 4 ounce
every time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I
got
did,
some.
Flavor West yogurt too.
I would say
Flavor
Flavor West.
yogurt.
I've got some good 4 ounces.
I've got a
I've got the one that flavors
16.9
strawberry
ounce.
cheesecake.
Of what? Oh,
liquid
barn.
barn ice cream.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
James will just vape liquid barn vanilla ice cream straight. Like he'll
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, you can mix it at like 8%. Just
Oh,
mix it
yeah.
and just vape that stuff
I'm
straight.
gross.
I got
delicious.
some 16 ounces from Real Flavors when they went out of sale. So
Yeah.
they're like $4 a piece. So I got some.
But
deep
why?
fried stuff.
Like, because once a flavor falls off the radar, no one
can mix
mixes with
it.
it anymore.
Yeah, but I can mix with
Yeah.
it. I have 4
Yeah,
ounces
but
of
will
deep fried.
you? I thought the same thing when I bought 2 bottles of Inaware milk
I'll grab that.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, the original Inaware
I'll
milk
use it
chocolate was
anymore.
worth using it.
Yeah, but I don't use it anymore because,
Nobody else
Well,
can.
but you can use it for personal mixing. You just, I see where you're going. Like I try not to use things like Inaware waffle. No one can get it.
Yeah.
mostly the real flavor stuff I don't use anymore. You know,
Mhm.
like unless I run across an older recipe that like.
I think another hard thing for me to learn when I was younger in mixing was that if 2% tastes good, then 3% is going to taste even better. And just keep doing it like that's how I used to mix.
Yeah, I did that for a short time when I first started because that's what I was thinking too. It's like, oh, it'd be
Yeah.
more gooder if you had 4%.
Yeah, better. More gooder. Yeah.
The mix-
More
the
gooder.
mix has to be 20%. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that too. It has to have 20% flavoring.
That's how I started. That's what
Yeah.
I thought too. So a lot of first mixes that were only 2 flavors. Or 2
Yeah, they're huge.
They're like 10%.
I started way back when, like in 2012, and everything. The percentages are way the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, because the equipment was shit back then. You
Yeah.
needed
that's
to
the
have
thing. Yeah.
All that flavor.
I mean, if you really want a flavor banger, you just go mix up Satira and you're fine.
Exactly.
Hira.
What is
100% flavor.
Satira?
You're done.
100% flavor.
Satira was what got me drug on oh wow, I don't remember. It was one of the earlier shows with Verve and Skittles and all them. They loved
Good
it.
old days, baby. Skittles.
But no, Satira was a complete joke recipe because I don't know, I was in a mood and I was going through some
Yeah.
on the DIY or Die Facebook page and everyone was like, you have to have more flavor, higher percentages is better. And so I made the joke of like, okay, well let's do 100% flavor.
I remember that
And
recipe.
So
yeah.
like on the flavor recipe, it's like 100% flavor, but in the like underneath, it's 100% VG recipe. It's best shake and bake, but best steeped for a year, and it was a complete joke recipe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Skittles, he was going to quit vaping and move to Germany. I wonder whatever happened to him.
I haven't talked to him in a
He's
while.
probably, I know he's over in Germany, but
Yeah.
he's probably still sitting there vaping musk
Yeah.
Ugh.
out of a pod.
I remember that Saturday Labor Day show you had him on.
Where is
Miss
Tiffin
Skittles.
University? Is that in Canada?
No, it's in
No,
Ohio.
it's Tiffin,
It's
Ohio.
In
Ohio?
Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a dragon. That's where I graduated. But I need to go and visit Ohio again so I can get
Yeah.
a new shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
Be
the
aware
border
they may
opens
not
up,
let you
right?
back into Canada.
To all y'all people wanting to go back and visit, I have a disdain for my alma mater.
Oh.
Yeah. They dissolved my major.
Oh.
What?
Like, I graduated, and like 2 years after I graduated, they brought in a cleaner or a fixer, pretty much. Long story short, it came down to money in, money out. It cost the university like $300,000 a year to keep open the computer science department, and we were only putting out like 4 or 5 graduates a year. I mean, there were some other reasons behind it, and so I went up there and went back and forth for about 2 or 3 weeks trying to work with the university and show them what to change and how to make it more relevant and this, that, and the other. And they said, nope. They shut it down. And some of the freshmen that had declared majors, they were like, yeah, so you get to do 4 years worth of class in about 18 months, or else you're going to have to change your major.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then found out like a year or two ago, they decided to bring it back, which is what I told them they would be doing in the first place. And it's going to be a lot more expensive, which it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have an issue with my alma mater.
What'd you study, Emily?
Computer information systems, which is
Same.
like a watered down version of computer science.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, yeah. It's like
I
a
did-
management level computer, you know.
So I did management and information systems, which was more on the managing and then database side.
Yeah, like it's a dumbed down computer program.
I wish I stuck to computers when I was in college.
I did network security.
Damn it.
Yeah, I should have
coulda,
done.
shoulda.
I should have gone to a different school and done something.
I could have been somebody.
Still can.
Work there.
Go
You
for it,
got
Bobby.
time?
So
I was
do
to
it
say, hey,
again.
Fresh, Bobby's got a question
Yeah,
for
what's
you.
your recipe? Or what's your recipe question, Bobby?
Yo, Bobby.
Anybody else?
Somebody have a
asking anything?
bird? I thought I heard a bird.
Nope.
Swiggy Shane says he used to work at Denny's in Tiffin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and possibly
Oh, that's
Fantasyland.
cool.
But I got my snake in a new cage.
Oh,
no
let's see it.
It's not
And that
very.
thing?
It's a lot smaller here.
Yeah.
It's like a 4 foot by 2 foot enclosure.
How many snakes do you have?
7.
7.
Bobby, you cracked me up. I typed slow, so give me a second instead of typing the question.
The question.
Gives him a lot of extra time.
Well, he's just setting expectations. That is a good habit to be in.
It's gonna be a good question too, man.
Yeah, man, we're hyping this question up.
I can't wait. It's
Best
gonna be
best
good.
question
No.
2020.
Well, Meter, it was called Doldrums Land before Swiggy Shane started working there. Then it turned into Fantasyland. So if that tells you what happened when Swiggy Shane started working there.
He worked there after Graceland, after he designed Graceland for Elvis.
That's right. Tommy.
I think I would go anywhere that Swaggy was at if you were working at a place called Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably Kathy. As long as you kept it relatively temperature controlled, yeah, it's probably still okay.
Sure.
Didn't have it sitting on the windowsill.
Yeah.
I mean, you can taste a little bit of it to see. Granted, depending on when you used it last, you might not remember the flavor. But I've noticed some of the flavors I've had to throw out. You can really kind of taste that they just went bad.
Like
And
lost
the
potency
chocolate
or
flavors, though, when they go
It's-
bad, they turn like ashy taste.
Yes, chalky or ashy or
Yeah,
kind of.
so you'll be able to taste that.
Yeah,
They
you'll
tell-
you'll
they
almost
tell ya.
you'll almost feel it on your tongue.
Yeah.
What's up, Galaxy?
I
I did
haven't
that
had
a
much
couple
go
times.
bad though.
I was
No.
single flavor testing chocolates for a chocolate noted episode probably.
Mm.
And I had let them steep like way too long, and they were like a month or 2 months old, and every single one of them tasted like ash. I'm like, all right, I gotta start over.
No, I remember when you did that.
What's your episode tomorrow? Or on Monday?
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
No, you're just trolling me.
Yeah.
Oh, tobacco's
Tobaccos.
so good.
Worst.
The
So
best.
bad.
And
Are you gonna
that's
be in
not
that one,
just
Eva?
Tobaccos. It's sweet dessert type non-RY4.
So like RY4s and stuff?
Non-RY4.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So Emily and I will be talking to each other the entire
Yeah.
show.
I'm just gonna sit there and look pretty
Yeah.
and keep the boys on track.
Yep. Speed
and
it up.
let
Speed it up.
them, you know, run the show.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad. Oh, guys, this question.
So Bobby's
So there it is.
question: I have 1,000 ml bottle or a what is that? A liter? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
so-
liter.
yeah.
A liter of 3 milligram unflavored base. Wants to
Okay.
make a bigger bottle of strawberry and cream. Has a 100 ml bottle of Capella strawberry and cream flavoring. What else does they need?
I mean, you don't really need anything
Nothing.
else because if you let
That's all
that
you want to
if you let that flavor steep, it turns into deliciousness.
Mm-hmm. It's a good flavor.
But I suggest not making 1,000 mil of it.
Yeah, make a
you'll
small
burn
bottle.
yeah, make yourself some smaller
Why do
bottles.
you have a
but-
100 ml bottle of Capella strawberry and cream? That's my question.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It looked good, so and they got deals.
Yeah.
You can go into eliquidrecipes.com and make a recipe on their calculator
Mhm.
and just make 30 mils of it and see how much you love it. And then go back to if you still love it, then you go back to the calculator and mix it for whatever.
Yeah,
More
60
size
mil,
you want.
120, yeah.
But
That would be an
Straw-
easy mix. Just 2 bottles. Done.
strawberry and creams is the most overdone profile. So they have so many options with that. You might not
Yeah.
like it. You might want to do something more complex.
Plus,
It
how
is
long would it
maybe
take to
some-
vape?
Maybe some
1,000
sweetener
mils.
if you're used to store bought liquid. Maybe some
Yeah.
sweetener.
How long is it going to take to vape 1,000 mils?
I
Then
think
think how
he's
old the
wanting to
juice will
mix.
be.
I don't think he's wanting to mix a liter of it.
No, he was
Well-
he was just saying that he
Maybe
had
just
a
saying
liter
he
of the
had
base
it.
and the flavoring.
Yeah, I mean, you mix that stuff at you could do 7-8% with it.
Oh, you can go that high with strawberries and cream?
Oh yeah,
Capella?
with Capella
Oh, yeah.
strawberries and cream. Oh yeah.
I never had it.
Yeah.
I have it, but I never used it.
Yeah, so if you want to make a whole liter of it, throw in about 80 mils of 70 or 80 mils of the strawberries and cream, and maybe 10 mils of sweetener.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And then
there-
drop your base in.
Cap versus TFA strawberries and cream. Who wins? Cap,
Cap.
Yeah.
because their whipped cream's better.
Start low and get a good working
Oh,
recipe
man.
and let it steep before you make something big.
Yeah,
Cap
make sure you
vanilla
let that
whipped
stuff
cream.
sit for. Yeah, make sure you let that stuff sit for at least a week. At least a week on strawberries and cream.
I've never tried Capella strawberries and cream.
It's
Either.
very good.
You,
It's got a tremendous whipped cream and it's got that sweet strawberry profile.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I tried it
Sounds
once
good.
years ago.
Is this a
The
strawberry
Capella
based,
whipped
like
cream is
sweet
good.
strawberry?
Vanilla whipped cream.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
cap sweet
it's
strawberry.
basically it's basically sweet strawberry with vanilla whipped cream.
Hmm.
As soon as you vape it, you'll be like, okay, I had a commercial liquid that tasted just like
Oh,
this. before.
exactly,
Yeah.
Frank.
Very
Exactly.
commercial.
That is every strawberry and cream you ever had. That's what it was.
Yeah, Bobby, if you're looking for like a store bought, like commercial sweetness level,
Yeah.
yeah, you would put about what 3? Well, I don't know anymore, but I'd say probably about 2 to 3% sweetener, if not a little more.
Yeah.
But with sweetener, I mean, it depends on how long Bobby's been DIYing. So
True.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
What
would
about
start-
Kathy?
strawberry taffy.
Kathy Noble says I always mix 1,000 mils of each recipe.
That's crazy.
I go about
Wow.
500 to 600 mils a month of all the recipes combined.
Well, I vape.
That's some vaping.
That's
I
a lot
vape
of
like
vaping.
40 mils, at least 40 mils a day. I think.
Wow.
Probably.
I know
I
my
think
mom
so.
can. My mom
The
can go
first time
through,
DIY, Bobby said. Yeah, then throw in sweeten it to taste. I would go.
Yeah.
I would probably
I would
start,
start
at
lower.
least 1% super sweet and work your way
Welcome,
up.
Bobby.
You can always add more. You can't take it out once you're added it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
my
can,
mom
it's a
will
total
do about
pain
a
in the
liter a
ass.
month.
yeah, you gotta add more
Vaping,
base.
so-
Welcome to the dark side.
I've never mixed 1,000 mils all at one time.
Me either.
Yeah.
That's so much.
I barely ever mix over 30 at a time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I do 500s for my wife.
The highest I do is 60.
I'll do 120s for my girlfriend, but
Yeah.
even those sit there for forever.
I
I'll
do.
do 120s for my wife, and every now and then I'll do a 120 for me if something is really, really good, but mostly it's 10s and 30s only if I know the mixer or I know it's going to be a really good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do mostly 30s. If it's just something I'm throwing in my tank while I'm at work and I know the nuances aren't going to be there, I'll just slap 60 together or something just because I know I'm going through the volume of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do 2 500s for my mom once a month.
Wow.
So she goes through a liter a month. She's
Really?
Well, she was like a 2, at least a pack a day, if not more.
Yeah, I was a pack and a half.
And
I
so
did
Yeah.
all
she
day
swapped,
long.
she
Chain
swapped
vape.
over and she chain vapes for the most
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, I vape more than I ever smoked, for sure.
If
Yeah.
I don't have my vape in my hand, it feels naked.
That would be debatable because there was times where I would be sitting on the computer and it would just be one cigarette after another after another after another.
It's the whole vaping inside thing that gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since you don't have
So
to
I
go
can do this
outside
wherever I
and take a
want.
break.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
mine
vape while
must
I take
be
a shit.
with computer and because,
Ain't nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
we-
hooping, Sam.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong
Nope.
with hooping.
Not at all.
it happens from time
I got
to
to sit in there when I'm showering.
time.
I gotta get out of here, you guys. I got a kid. The kid's dealing with a birthday party to go for it.
Oh, have fun.
Have a good one, Sam.
Guys.
Well, hanging out with you, Sam. See ya.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
The
hanging out
tail
with
on
us,
that
man.
donkey.
You got the code now. You're welcome anytime, man.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll try to stop by next weekend for sure.
Good seeing
Perfect.
you, Sam.
Good to see you, Emily. I'll see you soon.
See you, Sam.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Later, guys.
Later.
Bye, guys. I have to go too. DeMillan, thank you for
Emily.
making an awesome mix with me.
Yeah, thank you. It was awesome.
Hugs to Megs. Hugs to Emily.
Okay.
Hugs.
Yay.
So this the Chemnovatic vanilla pudding.
Yes.
I'm in the mood to experiment with it. I'm
Good.
gonna see what it does if I throw it in the quick custard, and see what happens.
I'm
Oh.
gonna try my mix. I vape through my squonk.
Yeah, I think it's a little darker than Flavor's vanilla pudding.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if it pulls the custard game again though.
I like it, but I don't have much experience like you guys do with everything.
Well, that flavor, I just tried it like one mix, and it was a really dark mix to begin with. So
Mhm.
That'll work. I'm going old school on this one, kind of.
I like that, and I like their donut too. It's really good.
Yeah, they're donuts. Everything
Oh,
I've tried
yeah.
from Chemnovatic because I just bought a bunch more of them. They're
Mhm.
pretty interesting. Pretty
Alright,
interesting.
I'll-
Pretty tasty stuff.
I'm
Where do
gonna
they-
hop out. I need food.
They're out of
Okay.
Poland.
all right, Larry.
Bye,
Don't
Larry.
blame you.
Have
Bye,
a good
Larry.
one,
See you later. See you later.
Later.
Hey, brother.
Caught him.
Where's
I still
Chemnovatic
got it.
from?
Poland.
Poland. Okay.
They're an
Okay.
offshoot of Molenberry, I understand.
No.
Oh, really? You're wrong.
It's like they're so
You're
bucky.
wrong.
They're so bucky, and they do Molenberry, Chemnovatic, and Super Aromas.
They're all related.
Chemnovatic is the big company. So
They're
you
all
got-
kind of
you've got
related.
you've got your structure a little messed up.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, put Chemno in the middle, and then put all the other offshoots.
Okay then,
Yeah, put
Chemnovatic.
Chemnovatic up top, and then everything else can shoot off of
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Chemnovatic is
Yeah,
like
Polish-
the Don of the Polish vape mafia. Then
Yep.
it just branches
Uh,
out.
Yeah.
Like Mullenberry
So-
would be like a capo, and
All a little cartel.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you got like Mullenberry, Inawera. Who else is coming out of Poland?
Well, SSA now, which is
Which is a captain to the capo,
yeah.
because that's out of Mullenberry. The
Yeah.
SSAs are Mullenberry. So yeah, there's when we talk about the Polish vape mafia, like, there's a real thing. There's a real thing, and Marcelina sits at the head of the table,
Yeah, Mercade at Cranberry.
She's a
laughing,
goodie.
laughing and glaring at everybody.
Yes.
So Freshie, I got a mix for you.
Oh, okay.
Call it a Korean festivities.
Ooh, okay. You got my attention.
And so, because we were doing the DC based thing, based the mix off of the Korean War Veterans Memorial.
Okay.
Ah.
And then I went through looking at some Korean desserts, and they have a dessert style drink that they do some other stuff with as well. But
I
it's
probably had it.
It's also used during festivities, and then it's like drink after meals because of the ginger in it to help with digestion.
Okay.
I cannot pronounce it for the life of me, and I'm not going to try because it'll be completely butchered. But it is 1% Flavora ginger, 0.25% Flavora persimmon, 0.35% Flavora persimmon spice, and a drop of rich cinnamon.
Okay.
It is just a ginger. Pretty much the idea is that they boil the ginger and the cinnamon stick, and then they let it simmer for a while, and then they take a dried persimmon once the mixture has been steeped for a while, and they drop it in there, and then they let it cool overnight. And they use it's a very sweet drink as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the tea. That's all it is. And so I decided not to use any actual tea flavoring as well, to not take away from it.
So
That
I
sounds delightful.
have had this,
Okay.
and in the American bars, what they do is they make the tea, and then they fill the rest. Then they put it into a jar, and then they pour the rest. They fill the rest of the jar with soju.
Okay. Oh, soju's good.
What's
So then it's a rice wine.
Oh, okay.
And then they cap the jar and they keep it on the end of the jar because it just keeps forever.
Okay.
And so you'll be sitting there and you're looking at this thing that looks like it's got like little slices of peaches and ginger root floating around in it. And you're like, hey, give me one of those. And you get it, and next thing you know, you're waking up the next morning at somebody else's house.
Where do you get those?
Yeah. Yeah, I had it. It's very heavy on the ginger.
I was gonna say I could imagine it could be heavy on the spice and the ginger.
Yeah,
The-
it's
the
very heavy on
persimmon's
the
there
ginger.
just for that nice fruitiness to it.
I
Yes.
mean, the nice thing about soju is that no matter what you put it with, that's what it tastes like.
Yes.
Like, there's not a lot of flavor to soju by itself, and it goes down like water. So it's really terrible idea to start drinking this stuff.
Mhm.
So I think I drank soju 3 times while I was over there. The first time was because someone told me you got to try soju, and so I got a soju kettle, which is basically like a little pitcher, like one of those little pitchers that you see, and it was Kool-Aid and soju.
So,
Oh, wow.
you related to like sake at all?
It's similar.
Similar,
Sake is a rice wine,
Yeah.
where soju I think is a rice out. I mean, I don't know if it's a
Liquor?
wine or
it's
if
a,
it's
a high
liqueur.
it's a high proof wine.
Okay, so it is a wine. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know if it was
really
a
high
liqueur or
proof.
what.
And a lot of the you can get soju that has formaldehyde in it,
Oh, hello.
and so it just cuts into you. Like it's really gnarly stuff. That stuff we didn't really see around our area. Like
that's
we
good.
had like the Americanized version that didn't have that in it. But yeah, it was so the second time we decided we were getting just lit up on soju because we had a pass for the weekend, and I woke up in my room and had no idea how I got there, and I had that was the worst hangover I ever had in my life.
Wow.
It was like 4 days. It felt like someone had stuck an axe in the middle of my head.
Oh wow.
Like, it was
man.
bad. So that was what I did with the rest of my pass, was recover from that one night out. And then the last time was right before I left, and that's when we had shots of the cinnamon ginger down at the end of the bar, and we didn't realize it was soju, and like here we go again.
Man.
Start getting warm, and you're like
happening.
The Hangover Part 2 is starting.
yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite things to drink when I go out to, because we have a nice ramen place right down the street.
Ooh.
And I'll go get a nice bowl of ramen, and then they don't carry it often, but they do have several different types of sake. But one of them, they had a ginger sake, which was just amazing to kind of sip during the meal and then finish it off afterwards.
Nice warm sake.
Sake always reminds me of hot gasoline.
I used to love sake.
I still love sake.
Wasted.
I mean, I still drink it,
on
but
sake.
you get wasted. And then as soon as you pay the bill, you're not wasted anymore.
Yeah.
So like a lot of Asian dishes.
Like,
you know,
how much did
Yeah.
hungry an hour later.
How much I
It's
spend
so
on that?
weird.
You're sober
Yes.
an hour later.
My kiwi mix was fucking terrible.
What?
I did
Aw.
not like it. I dumped it.
Uh-oh.
You know what
Before
I
it had a
tried?
chance to steep?
I'm remaking it with a traditional strawberry, and that will be good. The cake was good. The kiwi was just so like out of place and just. Ugh.
Yeah, the kiwi takes a few days to chill.
I didn't want to wait. Just chucked it.
You know what I made? It sounded good to begin with, and then it just did not turn out well. It was a Chemnovatic donut, and then I mixed in some apple filling.
Oh, that does sound good.
I think it would be like a nice apple donut.
Heck
Mhm.
yeah.
You need more apple.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out.
I would have
didn't-
went with Zapola, the apple filling, and then maybe country apple.
Cinnamon sugar for that cinnamon sugar on top of the donut.
I should have added a whole bunch more stuff, but I just thought those two would go well together. And
Yeah.
it needs a lot of help.
It's a good base to build off of, though. If you want to begin at the beginning of an apple donut, but I would have went with the Zapola just because of the cinnamon notes that you get from the Zapola.
I love it.
Win some, you lose some.
I think it works best with apples, and I think that donut flavor is best for, stuff that you want to use like spicy, cinnamon and apples and stuff like that with. I think it's perfect for that. Like it was made for that.
Well, there's a hint of like spice and some citrus to it
Yes.
on the underside, and that just really plays well with a lot of fruits and then the spices.
Mm-hmm.
It's by far like Wonder Flavor's glazed donut is a second compared to Zapola still for me.
Yeah.
I'm-
There's a lot of people that'll fight you on that, but I'm
Yep.
right there in your camp. I'll be behind you. I'll be backing you up.
No, Wonder Flavors does have some good applications. Like there are some, like when you're making a cake donut, something really thick and dense. I prefer Zapola because a lot of cake donuts have some sort of spice to them, or they're just because of that density.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like if I'm going to use the glazed donut, I'm trying to make something more fried.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little fluffier.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. And like I'll throw in, Emily's not here. I could say now Joy.
Oh, I love Joy. I put it in I put it in mine. I love that yeast flavor that just comes out.
So
Yeah,
Andrew
you're-
Marascu, does anyone know where to get Carolina Nick extract
Besides their site,
besides
no.
their site?
No, it's
Their
just
site.
through their site.
Yeah, it's exclusive to the site.
You
Yep.
just gotta close your eyes and hit that buy button.
Even as a company, when I had one, you have to go through them for wholesale too.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're the manufacturer, they're a distributor, they do it all.
Yep,
They're a
pretty
one
much
company operation.
Yeah, they're pretty much turnkey for that.
Yeah.
DeMillan, I'm liking that stuff we made on Wendy Vapes Monday show last week.
The coffee one?
The coffee and the pumpkin.
Oh, the pumpkin I just devoured.
Yeah?
The pumpkin cookie, yeah.
You made a pumpkin cookie?
Yeah, we did.
Did you use VSO pumpkin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have it. I still haven't used it yet. I just,
Oh,
I'm not,
so good.
I don't know.
It's the
I
best
want to
pumpkin.
have it, but pumpkin it's a weird flavor.
That's delicious flavor.
It's delicious.
How does it compare to what was it, Hankson?
It's way.
Blows it away.
Yeah, it's like 10 times better.
From what I hear, it blows the doors off it.
It tastes like actual pumpkin pie filling. Even has that little hint of allspice.
Mm,
Yeah,
It's so
Hankel
good.
was the best until BSO came out.
And little did we know we were just living in a shadow of the world we could have lived in
Yeah.
the whole time.
I will admit, VSO is converting me on some of those flavors. So
He's really good. Yeah.
He's got some stuff he made especially for you.
Oh.
he let me know that there's some offerings coming out very soon.
Oh, you're gonna go nuts on.
I can tell you your sick leather fantasies are coming true, my friend.
That's gross. You can have at that all day.
Unless it smells like a new baseball mitt.
It's actually a really good leather flavor. It works really well with the tobacco blend that I put with it.
That is so weird.
That is what I'm hoping for.
Little Turkish, little red burley, a little bit of sweet and smoky.
Oh.
A little bit of leather.
Friction, you've got to break out some.
I know.
Open your eyes to some of the other parts of the world in vaping.
Does it smell like a new baseball mitt?
It does have a nice leather scent to it.
It's fascinating to me on your Tuesday show how he used grape skins for the tannins to get the leather.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Because I wondered how he was going to do it.
I figured he just put like a cow in there.
No, but well,
Or like a leather coat or something.
He's just been extracting off. He just goes and hits the pawn shops and looks for all that.
I was to say.
Well, I mean, processed leather you can't use because 90% of it's done with tanned with chromium.
Yeah.
Which is for toxic.
Oh.
Yeah, I told him I've got money set aside. As soon as that stuff hits his site, I'm gonna go grab everything that he puts out.
They're all pretty darn good. I got a heaping handful of them. Everything I've tried so far has been pretty. Even the garlic and onion are both really good garlic and onion.
The tomato's fantastic. Flash up.
I can't.
The tomato is.
Like, there's gonna be some fun had. Like pizza vapes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think mine will probably. I'm 90% sure my pizza recipe will be out next week. I'm experimenting with cheese a little bit.
I was gonna say, have you got the dough down?
Yes.
Nice. Because I could imagine the dough being one of the harder parts. If the other flavors are as good as you're saying, they won't need much finagling. But getting the dough and probably the cheese.
Butter bread toast by Wonder Flavors. It's working quite well. It's almost like a French bread pizza.
Okay. Now we just got to figure out how to do a thin crust, get some crunchy kind of burnt.
Tommy needs the oregano.
Ugh. You guys are gross.
I bet you could use a little bit of, if you wanted to go for a thin crust style, you put a hint of TFA pie crust to get kind of that burnt edge taste to it. You could probably get close with that.
Yeah.
Find whatever bread you're looking for that's something like crispy.
You guys are so smart.
I don't know about that.
You are. You're so smart. I love listening to you guys talk.
It's like they still have brain cells and everything.
I don't have any.
Oh, those are slowly going away.
Yeah, don't worry about those. They'll be gone any minute now.
I've been sitting at home day in and day out pretty much for like a year. I have no brain cells left.
It's just all blur cells.
Everything, yeah, it all ties together. Like, the only reason I know what my days are is because my work calendar pops up and says, you have a meeting in 15 minutes, you should attend. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, okay, today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday. All right.
Every day is Blur's day to me.
Austin says smart or demented.
Meat feast pizza, huh? I don't know about meats. Meats could be interesting to get right in a vape form.
Like, who's got the good pepperoni flavor though? Like, I need pepperoni and I need black olives for my pizza because that's my favorite pizza.
Black olives.
Oh.
You know, there are some things that just need to be eaten and not vaped.
Yeah,
I disagree. Man. It should all be vape. So what we really need to figure out is how to transport nutrients in vape form, and then somehow figure out how to get our lungs to pull that into the blood system and like move it through the body so we actually digest it somehow.
So I don't have to eat food anymore. I could just
you just vape.
I wouldn't be fat, right?
In theory, well, no,
Yeah.
you probably there'd have to be calories in there somehow.
No, make it fat free.
Fat free doesn't work and it tastes bad. Fat is yummy.
Fat
like-
makes the yummies.
I like
Mhm.
fat.
Just wait until one day we finally get the technology to figure out how to carry flavor like that through vapes.
Mhm.
Where
I
we
just
can,
wish they could make it so that you could have a different color vape. That
Me
would be
too.
cool.
That would be so cool.
yeah.
different
They do
colored
have a
clouds.
mod that you can. It shines lights,
Light,
so it looks
yeah.
like you're vaping pink or whatever. But
But then you might blind yourself.
I can't imagine what fucking chemicals you'd have to put in there to change the color.
It probably wouldn't be anything we'd really want to inhale.
Well, the problem is a lot of chemicals, especially when you get into coloring and stuff, they're particles.
yeah,
They don't vaporize the same way. It's kind of like
Yeah.
salt. Like if you actually have salt water and you try to vaporize it, you're left with a lot of the salt particulates still sitting there.
Yeah.
So like
Mm.
your flash point, like your vape temperature would have to be like triple what it is now to even try to
Try it.
vaporize the solids. Then you
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be able to breathe it in the first place.
Yeah.
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 You'd almost have to do some weird thing where, and not to go down that kind of like it doesn't really matter. You'd have to do something similar to the idea of like a water pipe, where like you could burn it and pull it in to a holding chamber almost, where it goes through some sort of cooling mechanism like the water,
Mhm.
and then inhale it. And so you'd almost have to have like a 2-step process to vaporize the particles, pull it into a holding chamber, let it cool, and then you inhale it afterwards.
Yeah.
There is a Addy that I saw that was for sale that you it had a chamber with you could put a liquid in it and the vape would go through it, just like a bong, but it was a
Oh, really?
an Addy, and they were saying you could put like Coca-Cola in it, you could put all
Oh,
these
I
different
remember
It was
things
the
in it.
dumbest thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that though. I
That
don't
was
know.
so dumb.
I remember they had a Addy with a fucking fan in it. It's called the Vortex or something.
Yep, I've seen that one.
And it went, woo!
Yep. It
Yeah,
like
when you
whistled.
When you inhale,
Yeah.
you pick the fan up, and it was supposed to like circulate it to give it better flavor and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Axe's
box mods. He
That was
always
stupid.
vaped on that thing.
I mean, you can't blame them for trying to innovate something.
He just liked it
But-
because it made noise.
I have a pair of lips that make that noise. I'm gonna go get them.
I mean, they're vaporizing different things because I know alcohol being vaporized is a big thing in some clubs now, and
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of it at all. But that's a totally different story. But it's interesting how they work with pressure and all that. It's just kind of fun to watch it because they pour like a shot into this big. I guess you could use a lot of different things. You pour it in and you pressurize it to a very high pressure. And then what happens when you open it is it depressurizes so fast that it actually vaporizes the alcohol. And then you just breathe it in.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
That's what that thing sounded like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane
Oh
says
my
vaporize the alcohol is bad, bad, bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like when we drink, it goes through second pass before it hits us, and you're bypassing the first pass of it being broken down in the stomach whenever you drink it, and it's going directly into the blood system. It's the same idea as,
Like
not to get
injecting
too visual, but like
What?
alcohol enemas.
it. Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it bypasses and goes directly into the bloodstream, and there's no way to regulate that.
It's like butt
Were
chugging.
kids getting drunk putting like vodka or something on their tampons?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
That was a thing.
That was a thing.
It was
Wow,
a thing.
people died like that
Yeah.
too.
So like I said, so was butt chugging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a
Well,
thing.
men were doing it with tampons too. They were doing the same thing and insertions to get drunk without drinking.
I never
Wow.
heard of such a thing.
That's wild.
And it'll kill you. Like there's enough alcohol to where if you like did the butt chugging with like 1 to 2 beers, just normal beer, you could severely get injured.
Oh wow.
Andrew, if they say they're using North American nicotine, they're using Carolina extract.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, that is the only company in America that makes their own.
That I know of.
Chemnovatic is out of Poland.
Yep. A lot of our stuff comes from
Poland and Switzerland.
Yeah.
Nicotine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's only like 4 nicotine manufacturers on the planet, so
Really?
it's not like
That's
there's
why I
very
like-
many. Yeah.
That's why I like Carolina extract because it's made here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
All the
and it's crystal clear and like, it
They have
doesn't
to
do
play
anything.
by all the rules too.
Yeah.
So
Carolina
the other,
extract, the one that's really expensive though.
It is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
expensive.
It is expensive, but I mean,
North American
Some people
Nicotine
will
is
say
an
it
actual
works.
company. Let me look at this place.
I never had bad nicotine. I don't think.
I've never heard of North American Nicotine.
So for me, what I've been realizing, and maybe it's because I've been using Nic salts in normal vape as well, that when I do any of the non-Nic salt versions, I guess the freebase style,
Freebase, yeah.
it burns even at a 3. I can't stand it.
Wow.
Even if I get it fresh, like I've brought some in and it's, really, really clear, maybe that light tan hue to it, doesn't smell like anything like good nicotine. It burns. I don't like it. It's
oh
uncomfortable.
wow.
Freebase burns for you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy. That's the other way for me. If I do salt nick, it's like in my chest tight and
Yeah,
Now-
it makes me like I can't breathe with that.
yeah.
And me
With the
too.
Nick salts.
Yeah.
Even
See,
at the same level?
I use Nic salts at a 3 for my wife and a 6 for me and my normal vapes, and I'm fine. Like
Yeah,
when I go to the store, I buy zeros from my shop, and I add my own Nic to it because I can't handle any of the freebase.
Wow.
Hi, Colette.
Yeah,
What's up,
that's
Colette?
wild. I'm totally opposite that.
Yeah, my mix came out a little bit dry. I think it'll definitely
Okay.
benefit from a steep.
What'd you make, Frank?
That's what I did. I called it 7 years ago. No to Abraham Lincoln. It's a cornmeal almond cake with a strawberry mascarpone. With strawberries and mascarpone, basically a cream.
That sounds good.
That
I
sounds
used.
horrible.
That sounds good to me.
So what I did was for the almond, I didn't want to just use FA almond. I used almond cookie
Yeah.
at 1.5. I used 101 cornbread at 2. I used that corn powder at 0.3 because I want to try to put it, really get that corn note going. For the cream, I used fresh cream at 1, mascarpone cream cheese at 1/2, 101 whipped cream at 1. And for to add with the cake, I put a Jungle Flavors yellow cake at 2. And then for the strawberry, I just used a Wonder Flavors juicy strawberry at 2, and I put a 0.25% of Wonder Flavors sweetener. Just try to sweeten it up.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, I just think it's going to benefit from a steep. Let's see, right now it's a little bit dry. You get a little bit of that strawberry, slight creamy note. I think it's just going to take maybe 5 to 7 days for that creams to really come through. And I mean, I don't get much of the mascarpone, but I'm probably not going to get much of it anyways. Just there as a,
What
as a
is
hint.
mascarpone?
It's a cheese. It's a Italian cheese.
Okay.
Like, it's a pretty butyric tasting.
Hmm.
If you go high with it, you have a bad day.
Yeah. So I looked up North American Nicotine, and they are an importer. So they don't actually they import.
They don't make it.
They're importers for CNT, which
That's what
is
Fidalgo
is an
put
off-
in there, too.
Yeah, what Fidalgo just put, and then CNT is an offshoot of Chemnovatic. So you're back to the Polish vape mafia again.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
They're just
same
over in Germany.
Chemnovatic that makes flavors.
Chemnovatic
make-
does make flavors, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They
Their
make
main
nicotine
their
too?
main export is nicotine, though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean that's how most of the worldwide companies really are.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if you look into cars, there's only 7 main companies that own every car brand and everything in the world. The same idea for groceries. There's like 3 or 4 main companies that own all of the chains around the world, really, and they're just umbrella companied all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you really look at it, you get into the people like the Rockefellers, the Royals, the Clintons.
Iacocca's.
Yeah, you get all these big, big 10 families around the entire world. They own something like 80 to 90% of the world's production.
It's fucking wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Rothschilds. Yep.
They have,
the
like,
Rothschild.
Fake competition between the companies, but it doesn't matter because they're all owned by the same fucking parent one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money's staying in the family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So crazy.
it's
Like I said, there's only about 4 places that make nicotine in the world, just because it's such a hazardous process. And a couple of them are in Poland, a couple of them in Switzerland, and then, like I said, as far as I'm aware, there's
Is it hard to extract nicotine
Carolina
from
extract.
tobacco?
It's not. I don't think it's all that hard. I think it's just the fact that nicotine is so hazardous at the percentages that they're pulling it out.
Yeah.
because they're pulling out pure nicotine.
Which is
Yeah.
like 1,000.
I thought
Yep.
most of our nicotine came from India or China.
Maybe
A
that's
lot
where
of
they
it
grow the
does come from
tobacco.
China.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cheaper to grow tobacco there and import it than to grow it in those other countries.
I thought there was a plant that has even more nicotine than tobacco.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it's probably not as cost efficient to grow it, keep it, and
Yeah.
extract it. That's my guess, at least.
Yeah.
Because tobacco, you can just plant. I know there's a process to it, and it's not cheap. But my assumption is it's really easy to grow and extract compared to.
As far as I'm aware, it's pretty darn
Eggplant,
it's pretty darn
yeah.
hardy crop plant as well.
Yeah,
So-
it takes a lot to kill it.
Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah, I would say tomatoes technically have nicotine in them.
Yeah,
So does eggplant. Yeah. Gram
Yeah, but
digital
the
drops. What's
levels
up,
of
Gram?
those are
Nightshade.
so low.
It's what any of the nightshade family.
Have you guys ever tried any of the synthetic?
No.
No, they've got
So
that.
expensive.
They've got that new one coming to Heartland. I plan on buying the smallest
So
expensive. of containers of it. I hope Heartland is, because it's like $200 for a liter.
Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
Yeah. It is so expensive, dude.
Yeah. The tobacco-free
Unreal.
nicotine, the TFN.
Yeah.
They
But
went
then you're like outside of the regs then. They can't really touch
No,
you.
because they had a was it
Oh,
a
they-
year to two ago where the people that created tobacco-free nicotine were fighting the FDA, saying we're not tobacco. We literally have no
Fuck
tobacco
you.
derivatives,
Yeah.
and they lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Oh.
They went with intent for vaping.
Yep. Intent.
Intent.
That's where they get the deeming
Crazy.
regulations. It's like 18650 batteries and stuff like that now are.
Tobacco product.
Yeah, I mean, now you can buy them at other places because I know some hardware stores will do them, but they're not. I wouldn't say they were necessarily safe because they're not the high
The
amp.
right draw. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Flashlight places, the people that are all into
Yeah, because
flashlights.
that's the rechargeables for flashlights. That's where you're going to be able to get your batteries off of flashlight
yeah,
sides.
but their draw is a lot different than what we use too. If
Yeah,
I-
like 5 amp, 2 amp.
Yeah.
like it wouldn't be safe to use them for ours.
No. Even in a regulated device,
You'd
wouldn't be good.
overdraw. Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
that's how everybody's going to get around it, and that's how
Yeah.
everybody has been getting around it. Is because there's other uses for those high end
For everything. Yeah.
for those high end batteries. So
Frank, you doing a show tonight?
Yes, I am.
Yay!
good call, Tony.
And basically kind of like piggybacking off what we're doing today, it's going to be PMTA mixes, stuff with has the P flavors, M flavors, T flavors, and A flavors.
Okay.
Nice.
Is
Nice.
Mike doing a show tonight?
I don't think he is.
Or that he had listed up. I think it was listed up.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That's right. MHM had set up, I think.
Okay. So he is doing a show. Yay! So all right, Friction. Where can people find you, man?
Tomorrow we'll be doing Mix and Dixons. It's like a ice cream. I picked it. It's like an ice cream picture. Could be like cotton candy ice cream. Could be a rainbow sherbet. So girls are gonna do that, and then noted on Monday is fucking tobacco. So good luck with that.
There's
It's
some really
not
good
that-
tobaccos.
Bad.
I get so bored.
That's because you haven't delved into it. The world of tobaccos, like there's so much you can do
Fascinating.
on how to mix them to get certain notes that you want.
I don't know. Chat is really fun during the tobacco shows because no one's even paying attention to the show, and, and everyone's just blathering on about some kind of crazy thing.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a good
it's a
time.
shame.
And then I'll be in
It's a shame
everybody's
they
show.
shouldn't pay attention.
Thank you for inviting me, Fresh.
You're always welcome, Friction. Always welcome on Saturday, man.
I love it.
Only on Saturday, though.
Yeah, only Saturday.
Friction could come on Friday too if you wanted. All right, let's throw it to Toonie, number 2, because he's the shit.
Freshy D, thanks for having me. Love you, brother. Yeah, get on the horn next week and give the White House a call and tell them you have a right to harm reduction products and streamline the PMTA process. Get in charge of, get a hold of your representatives and let them know. The vape vote's pretty strong. And what else? Stay in touch with your loved ones and your friends. And that's all I have. Enjoy the day.
Hey, Toonie.
Long weekend, y'all.
It is a long weekend. Let's throw it over to Dimlin. Dimlin.
Hey, thanks for having me, Fresh. I do a show with Fresh and a bunch of other people on Monday nights. It's Wendy Vapes. We have a lot of fun mixing, and she's an idiot savant when it comes to mixing. I can't believe the mixes she's come up with. Anyway, other than that, have a great holiday weekend, and on to the next.
Yeah, right. Throw it over to Slashy. Slashy.
Yep,
So happy you're able to
Slashy's
jump
here.
in today.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of personal stuff going down over the last month or so, from house things to we moved a roommate in recently because she needed a place to stay for her situation. So
Nice peoples.
she's here, so that took up some time, and then on Tuesday we actually go in for our designing of the house for interior stuff.
Wow.
So that's going to be fun. But yeah, so it was great to be on here. I needed it. So thank you.
Thank you,
I
brother.
love you.
I'm out there. I'm Slasha LO on like all the flavors, Slasha.lo on Instagram. Technically I have a Twitter, but that's more for the gaming side. I don't do much on it anyway. It's still really weird. So yeah, that's me.
When you're going through your house, make sure you add extra electrical outlets.
We have done some of that already.
Okay.
We've also made sure to do a Cat 5 drop an Ethernet drop in the offices and spare rooms, and
That's hot.
so
And down the walls where you're gonna hang your flat screens.
that comes with the home, so they've got that already bumped in there for us.
Wow. Okay.
Fancy.
And
Yeah.
don't forget about the rear speakers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will.
Yeah.
We've got some surround sound that we're gonna go into it. We're gonna
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
lot to
don't
think about.
go with the built-in speakers, because then when they become outdated, then you're stuck with like random speakers that I have in this house that can't even get the hardware to hook up to them.
Yep. So yeah, pretty busy. Still busy. That's my life.
All right.
We love you.
Well, I
We do love you,
appreciate it,
Slashy.
Friction.
That's awesome.
Yep. This is where all the money comes in, though. This is where they're gonna get you, man. This is where they're gonna get you on all them appliances.
Well, most of that. So the way we're going through it, a lot of it comes with the home. Like, obviously, some of it's reflected in price, but like wood-like tile comes standard with all of their homes, which is what I want. What is that? Countertop gas stove comes standard. The appliances minus the fridge comes standard. A lot of the extra stuff, the TV outlet for the patio outside that's covered, outdoor fireplace,
Yeah.
some really fancy, nice things.
I like it.
Cool.
I'm getting
Like
a
it.
bony.
Oh yeah, vaulted ceilings.
That's nice.
Heck yeah.
So I got one thing to say, and scales aren't so bad.
Yeah.
Yay for Maddie.
Yes.
That's it. I'm selling my stock in pipettes right now.
Tooney's done with the pipettes. He's done with them.
Speaking of stocks, I have to come in on this because you brought it up. If you are looking into it right now, it's still going up. You need to look into entertainment and leisure for stocks, and surprisingly enough, something along the lines of cloud computing. Like personally for me, other stuff has come up, but in 4 weeks' time alone, the stocks in entertainment and leisure have gone up 25%.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Because what happened during COVID was entertainment and leisure completely tanked.
Yeah.
Movies, all the fun stuff people go out and do.
Like
And-
Dick's Outdoor Store, their profits went up like 400% because everybody's buying exercise equipment
Yep.
and outdoor stuff.
And so now if you invest in entertainment and leisure as things are opening back up, obviously their stocks are going to go back up.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a very large jump in my stocks over the last just 4 weeks alone.
Oh,
Excellent.
bigger house.
It's going towards the home. That's for sure.
Wow.
All right, I think that's all we got, everybody. Tune in tomorrow. Tune in tonight for Mike and
What
Frank.
about Frank?
I said
Frank.
Mike and Frank.
No, but you didn't
Frank
give him
went
his
first,
little.
didn't he? Frank
I
went
went
first.
first. I went first.
He did?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's
Frank went
right.
first.
All right. Sorry. I got excited. I'm sorry.
Whose show is this fucking friction?
Fuck! Stupid.
Oh, that was great. Best line of the day.
Fuck.
Fucking show is this?
Golly.
Oh,
I love it.
Jesus.
Never
Like
invited on.
now you guys see what goes on behind the scenes on Noted and Mix and Vixens. Like
Yeah.
Friction's sitting there screaming like a madman the whole time.
Yeah.
Use the fucking kiwi, Emily. Use the fucking kiwi.
We're on Flavor Art, not fucking Flavor West. Get it straight.
You didn't vape that flavor at all. I saw you. I saw you not vape that flavor. Like,
Fresh knows. We've been on those shows. We see friction.
yeah, I've sat on Noted a couple times and had to get an earful of Friction the entire time. So
No,
this is what-
Friction was nice to me when I was on Noted a few episodes.
Because I like your body.
Oh, well, you wouldn't right now.
Have a good one, Andrew. Glad we could help you out today, man.
Hey,
Glad we
Andrew.
could help you out. Yeah, everybody go tune into the vape rally. See what's going on. Go tune into the vape rally.
Another hour of it.
Yep. Like I said, we got Frank tonight. We got Mike, Vape and Trucker tonight. And then tomorrow we got the Vixens. We got the Vixens lighting stuff
yeah.
up. So it's a weekend full of fun. So everybody be beautiful to each other. Educate, advocate, be good for this community. We'll see you on that next one. Who haven't we gotten in a while? Who haven't we got? Dimlin, we haven't gotten you in a while.
Ah,
Yeah.
you got me.
We got it. We
As
got to
you
get your
go through your
steamy
day.
out.
As you go through your day, make sure you're masking up and elbow bumping and everything's cool. Have a great Labor Day weekend. And get off your butts and vape.
Yeah.
Bye. That was excellent, Dimlin. That was excellent.